play the game.
Since we are playing on turf, as far as that's concerned, it won't affect, being muddy or being sloppy. But do you think the rain and maybe slightly a wind, will that affect the kicking game, you think, in any way?
Definitely the kicking game and the passing game. It's hard to, get a good grip on the ball. Once that pigskin gets a little wet, it gets slick. So we'll see how that affects the game here in the early stages.
Well, we'll take our final break, come back, get you ready for the kickoff. This is the Beckley Auto Mall Dutch Miller pregame show. You're watching high school football here on Video Productions.
Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, with 2 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley and 8762 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatscity.com.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Hi, I'm Leanna Burnett, owner of Window World of Beckley. At Window World, we are proud to deliver exterior solutions that are beautiful, affordable, and guaranteed for life. We do things the right way. Honest pricing, no gimmicks, and thousands of satisfied customers. Call Window World of Beckley today at 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW and have your new windows, siding, and doors before winter. Window World of Beckley, family owned,
nationally known.
Welcome back to Nicholas County High School in Summersville. Tonight's game being brought to you in part by Giovanni's. Mamma Mia! Giovanni's with 2 locations in Leicester Square out near Independence High School, Glen Daniel down near Liberty High School. If you're not Italian going in, you're going to be Italian coming out. Right, Eric? Absolutely. All right, Eric, put your coaching cap on. If you are the visitors from Independence, your keys, what you're telling your kids right before you get ready to come out for the coin toss here to start the game.
Yeah, if we win this coin toss, we're going to receive the ball if I'm Independence, and you're going to take it down and score and try to take control of the game early and put the pressure defensively on Nicholas County.
And if you're Nicholas County, what is Coach Morrison telling his bunch?
Hey, we got to string together some first downs. I think that's always key against a team as explosive as Independence. Nicholas County is explosive in its own right, but I think once you get the ball, you have to kind of play keep away. String along some first downs and punch it in and shorten the game.
Of course, Independence will be wearing the white uniforms, the white tops trimmed in red with the red pants, the white helmet. Nicholas County, the white helmet decked out in blue. This series goes back to 1992. Now, they haven't played every year. They've played 11 times over the last 30-plus years, and Independence leads the series 6-5. But it's been a really good competitive series over the last couple of years. And, Eric, you and I have had the pleasure of broadcasting the last 2 games, 2 years ago here and last year in Coal City. Both those games were won by Independence.
Yeah, and Independence, one going away in both games, and you're talking about 2 good victories against Nicholas County. I mean, playoff caliber team. So, and that's when I really knew that Independence was, a threat, because that Nicholas County team was a good opponent.
Well, as I mentioned, the opening round of the playoffs start the weekend of November the 10th. So you still have this week. You got next week, the 27th of October. The last play date is the first week of November the 3rd. So, but for these teams, the playoffs really begin tonight, because both teams come in at 4-3. And Independence, they take 16. They're right at 16. A loss tonight and only one more game. Independence only plays 9, and they have Wyoming East next week. A loss for Independence, I think they would be mathematically eliminated, as Independence will receive the kick. Nicholas County won the toss, so Independence will have the ball. But if you're Nicholas County, if you lose this game 4-4, you have 10 games, I don't think they'll be able to climb in.
Yeah, I don't know the exact formula, but it will be a tough road to hoe if you're Nicholas County and you don't win this game.
So we're ready to get the game underway. Glad you're with us here on Video Productions. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas, Andrew Boland producing and directing. Jackie Moon is on camera. And we have the one and only Mr. Statman himself, Chris Farish. And Chris rode shotgun with me on the way up here, made fun of my driving, kept me in line, elbowed me a couple times, had to take the wheel one time. He thought I was going to run off the road, but we got here and we're ready to go.
Yeah, a lot of much needed front seat driving by Chris Farish.
Yeah, I had front seat driving by Chris Farish, back seat driving by Eric, but we got here.
I was in the back strapped in with the monitors. So.
All right, we're ready to go. The ball's teed up right between the hashes on the 40-yard line, and the rain has slacked off just a bit, but it's still raining, and Independence will get the ball to start the game. We are ready to go. Number 16, Independence, 4-3 against 4-3 Summers County.
Nicholas County.
I said Summers County. I beg your pardon. I always knew I was going to mess up Summersville. It's a squib kick to the near side, and Independence will get the ball just over the 35-yard line. That's Nelson that was right there. So good starting field position for the first drive for Independence. They'll have it on their own 36-yard line. And
we say it time in and time out every week, every game we've covered. That's most high school strategy now, is to kick it and come out and play defense, but you afford the offense excellent field position every possession. Opening possession.
I thought he was up on the 36. They're going to actually move it back 1 yard to the 35. So Independence will work left to right. They'll run from the pistol set. They'll have quick pitch it, Linksweiler, and he is hit behind the line of scrimmage, and he won't get back to the line of scrimmage. Good job by Nicholas County, and it'll go for a 1 yard loss.
Yeah, a host of Nicholas County Grizzlies are waiting the toss to Linksweiler, and if you're Nicholas County, that's the fast start you want defensively to try to get this offense into predictable pass play calling, make sure they're going to pass and get after the quarterback.
2nd and 11 coming up for Independence. They've got twin receivers to the top of the screen. Put a man in motion. It's a high snap. They'll run Linksweiler. He's got some running rooms across the 40. Got a first down. Gets into Nicholas County territories. They move the pile all the way inside the 45. Still going down inside the 40 all the way to the Grizzly 39-yard line.
And that was just, effort. After the big guys up front opened up a huge hole for Linksweiler, he was able to add on 10 to 15 yards after contact, and that's what you want out of your running back.
They'll actually give him the 38. What a huge run that was by Linksweiler. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Patriots at the Grizzly 38-yard line. Twin receivers here to the near side. Here's the snap. It's a keeper. Silas Nelson with some running room inside the 30. He's got a first down inside the 25, and he'll get down to the 23-yard line of Nicholas County.
And you can see the effects of Trey Bowers on the offense without even touching the ball these first 3 plays, Maris, because you have to account for him, and that was a great keeper by Silas Nelson.
Yes. 15-yard pickup on the play and another Patriot first down. They'll have the ball at the 23 of the Grizzlies. Opening drive of the game. There's a high snap again. Linksweiler takes the carry. He's got running room off the left side, breaks a tackle. He's inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal as they'll put him down about the 6-yard line. That's where we'll say Linksweiler is tackled. 1st and goal, Independence at the Grizzly 6.
And this Independence offense is rolling and clicking on all cylinders after that first 2-yard loss on the opening play. They've really imposed their will early here up front.
They'll actually give him the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, Independence from the 5. It's a handoff up the gut near the goal line. Just short of the goal line is Linksweiler. It'll be 2nd and goal right about the 1.
And Linksweiler he does a great job after contact. You know, for him to get a negative play, yeah, it's great team defense, and that was a good tackle on the goal line by Nicholas County.
Coming up on the 10-minute mark of the opening quarter, this is the opening drive of the game that started back on Independence's own 35. This will be the 6th play of the drive, 2nd and goal at the 1. This time they'll run power. Up under the center is Nelson. Turns around, hands the ball to Linksweiler, and he's into the end zone for an Independence touchdown. And really, Eric, like you said, after the first play a loss, the rest of it, Independence really did work as they won the line of scrimmage up front, knocking Nicholas County off the ball, and it was a nice 65-yard touchdown drive.
And that drive was all on the offensive line right there, asserting itself, and that's where we said this game was going to be won. And after that first play, they really gashed the Nicholas County defense right in the middle.
The PAT is up, and it looks good, and it is. So with 9:44 remaining the opening quarter, your new score is Independence 7, Nicholas County nothing. We'll be right back after this on Video Productions.
Football season is starting and the all-star lineup of new Kias are here at Friendship Kia of Beckley. We have the playbook to help you score the big win on your new Kia purchase. We make sure you get the best price with almost all of our new cars priced at invoice. And
we welcome you back to Nicholas County, and what a very impressive drive that was, Eric, by the Patriots of Independence as they go 65 yards in 6 plays. They get a 1-yard touchdown run from Linksweiler, the point after good, and Independence on the road, a great start. They take a 7-0 lead.
Yeah, and it's just what the doctor ordered for Independence on the road. You can come out and you really impose your will because other than that first soft toss, to the left side of the field, they were able to run right at the teeth of the Nicholas County defense.
Your scoring recap brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Nothing tastes as good as an ice cold Pepsi. And boy, I tell you what, the people that are watching the game from Coal City are probably sitting back with a nice cold Pepsi like in that last drive. As here comes the ensuing kickoff. 7-0 lead, the kickoff here, closer to the near side hash. And this will be deep. And Eric, we always talk about why don't more teams kick it deep inside the 10. And they won't get the ball back to the 20-yard line. We talk about this all the time.
And right now, and that's the way to go. I think if you have someone that's I think that was Cuthbert who kicked it off. If you can kick it deep and stay in your lanes, you can put a team in the hole. The average starting position to all the games that we've done together, I would say, is 35 to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, easy. And now this first drive for the Grizzlies will start on their own 19. Colton Helms, the quarterback. They'll run twin receivers here to the near side. They'll have a back to his right. Browning or Morrison, they try to throw a screen to the near side, and it's incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And the pressure from the Independence front 5 right there, able to get into the passing lane and create an errant pass right there.
So on the incompletion, the clock will stop. 9:37 for the opening quarter. 2nd and 10 for the Grizzlies on their own 19-yard line. Glad you're with us here on Video Productions. Maris Lowry and Eric Thomas. As the crowd kind of sparse, and you can figure maybe because of the rain, as the rain continues to come down even harder now. Here's the 2nd and 10 play, and we got a whistle, and we might have some movement up front, Eric.
Yeah, I think that's going to be definitely against the offense, or maybe some motion as they were trying to send someone in motion, and maybe a lineman moved as well, and it's going to cost them 5 here.
They called offsides, but it was more like, as you mentioned, false start.
Yes.
Nevertheless, it will cost the Grizzlies 5, move the ball back to the 14, and make it 2nd and 15.
And if you're Independence right here, look for them to gamble here defensively. What I mean by that, you can probably see an all-out blitz here coming at the Nicholas County's offense.
Helms takes the snap. It's going to be a running play and not much room there as they cross the 15 to the 16, just a couple of yards. As a good job by Independence, and carrying the ball that time was going to be Nutter, a 560-pound sophomore. So it's going to be 3rd and long.
And 3rd and long right here, and if you're Independence, you're trying to force this punt, and you're going to end up with great field position if you're able to field a punt.
3rd and 13. Of course, they got to get off the field, got to get a stop here before they can force a punt. Let's see what comes up on this 3rd and 13. And now Nicholas County, I think, is going to burn a timeout, and they will. So Nicholas County is going to call a timeout, and right now, Eric, if you're Nicholas County at home, definitely not the way you want to start the game. You give up a touchdown defensively in the first series. you have a penalty, and now you had a little confusion. You have to call a timeout. Yeah. You're looking at 3rd and 13.
And you're looking at 3rd and 13, but I also think this is a great time to call this timeout. As you said, it looks like they were a little confused in what they wanted to run, and I'm game with calling out a timeout early if it settles your team down, because this is a big play, to try to at least dig out a little bit where you can get a good punt off if you have to punt it.
Yeah, and obviously this is a big game, and there are other big games around the state, and Eric, you will update us with scores as we go throughout the night. And like I said, a lot of big games in all 3 classes tonight. Out of the timeout, Nicholas County will have it. It'll be 3rd down and 13 from their own 16-yard line. Hillams from the gun, with 10 receivers to the far side. Takes the shotgun snap, rolls the pocket, looks to throw, throws out in the flat, and it's incomplete. And that'll be 4th down, and that'll be a 3 and out. And now it will be punt time for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and this is a dangerous situation for Nicholas County, as you have Trey Bowers and Tyler Linksweiler going back deep for the Independence Patriots, and we know what both of these guys can do in open space. So look for them to Nicholas County try to directional kick away from one of these guys.
Yeah, Bowers on the far side, standing on the 45. Linksweiler back inside the 45 here on the near side. Here comes the punt, and it's going to go straight up the elevator shaft. That's going to be a short kick, and Independence is going to have a very short field. I think it went out
25 maybe?
Well, it may be inside the 30 or maybe right at the 30, and it'll go right at the 30-yard line. So Independence on its second possession has a very short field, 1st and 10 at the Grizzly 30-yard line.
And stellar defense, that possession set up this. It's really tough to kick. On all aspects of the game, I don't think changes much as the kicking game when it's wet.
So 1st and 10 for the Patriots at the Nicholas County 30, their second possession. The first time they had the ball, they went 6 plays, 65 yards, and got a 1-yard touchdown run by Linksweiler. And let's see what Independence will do. Nelson will keep it, and he'll lose a yard. And kind of odd, Eric, that the very first play of the last drive lost a yard, and now the first play of the second drive loses a yard.
I was going to say Nicholas County might want to bottle up that first down defense, string it together for a couple more stops here on this next possession.
So it'll be 2nd and 11 coming up for Independence. They lead in the ball game 7-0, coming up on 8.5, actually under 8.5 remaining in the opening quarter. Independence, twin receivers to the top of the screen. They'll keep it on the ground, and there's a nice hole up inside for the quarterback that time, Nelson. He'll get the ball down to the Grizzly 26-yard line. It'll be 3rd down coming up.
They say this would be 3rd and about 5 right here for.
Well, 6. They got to get the ball to the 20-yard line.
Okay, so 3rd and 6. So this is definitely 2-down territory for Independence, and if they're not able to pick this one up. So if you're Nicholas County, you're just trying to hold on right here and try to force maybe a 3 and out.
They hand it to Linksweiler. He's got the first down and more right up the middle, breaks a tackle and gets down to the 10. And maybe inside the 10. I think they're going to put him down at the 9. It'll be 1st and goal for Independence.
And once again, well blocked at the point of attack right there by the Independence offensive line. They've really come to work tonight, executing up front, and it's allowing Linksweiler and Nelson or whoever has the ball to really not get touched until the second level.
Yeah, that was a 17-yard gain, 7.5 remaining opening quarter. Independence knocking on the door again, 1st and goal at the 9. Here's the snap. Linksweiler takes it right up the middle, got running room, and he high steps into the end zone for an Independence touchdown. And what set that up, Eric, was the short field, the defense, and able to get a stop. And this time, a 30-yard drive in only 4 plays. So Independence now has run 10 plays from scrimmage, Eric, and they have 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and it's real efficient. And most of the runs have been between the guard and the center, like right in the teeth of the Nicholas County defense.
The point after is up, and this one is, I think that was partially blocked, and it is. So the point after is no good. So with 7:24 remaining here in the first quarter, it is 13-0 in favor of Independence. The drive was 4 plays, 30 yards, a 9-yard run by Linksweiler. Your scoring recap brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Nothing tastes as good in a blue can as that ice-cold Pepsi. So while we got a minute, also want to tell you about the fine folks of Indoor Air. Indoor Air is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Indoor Air, you're a man, a dealer. You can dial up the good folks at Indoor Air at 304-890-2212 for all your heating and cooling needs. Indoor Air. Also want to tell you about the fine folks at Leisure Lanes. Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley, have futuristic bowling every Friday and Saturday night. You can dial them up to reserve your lane at 304-253-7328. Well, Eric, I think this is a very big drive in the ball game here for the Grizzlies, down 2 scores.
Yeah, set with 7:24 to go in this first quarter. You don't want this game to really get out of hand, and you need to at least string some first downs together. Try to flip the field if you must punt, but I think you need to go down and try to get some points here if you're Nicholas County.
Yeah, even if you don't score, you've got to be able to string some first downs together, as Independence will have it teed up. They lead in the ball game 13-0. They have ran 10 plays. They've got 2 scores. They made the first extra point. On the last touchdown, the extra point was partially blocked. So here comes the kickoff. This is a short kick, and Nicholas County will get on it, and they'll have the ball on their own 35-yard line to start this drive.
And being up a couple scores and the way the defense is playing right now, I think that was probably a good gamble by Independence after kicking it deep. Maybe try to, catch them off guard and get another possession, steal a possession.
So it'll be the second chance on offense for the Grizzlies. They went 3 and out the first time they had it. Colton Helms, the quarterback, will bring them out of the huddle. He'll work from the gun. Twin receivers here to the near sideline. On 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies on their own 35. They'll have a running play coming to the near side, and it's not going to go anywhere. Actually, it might even lose a yard as Independence strung the play out, and they'll say no gain on the play.
I think that was the big man up front, D. Hype, says that play looked like it was developing into maybe a couple-yard gain, and D. Hypes was able to slam the door, as we see here on the instant replay, as he just slams the door on the running back there and held him to no gain.
Yeah, you're speaking of D. Hypes. Derry Hypes wearing number 60 tonight for the Patriots. It's his 3rd time he's changed the uniform. There's the bobbled snap by the quarterback, and then he's able to fall forward for a yard or 2 as the quarterback that time, Helms, Eric, didn't handle the snap cleanly.
Yeah.
And luckily he didn't fumble it, and he's able to get across the 35, but a very short gain. They'll give him the, 36, that's about it, 1 yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 9.
But a good job by Helms as he did bobble the snap, but the quarterback knows where the play is going and where it's blocked, and he did a good job of just following, punching it up in to where the play was supposed to go.
So here's 3rd and 9 for the Grizzlies on their own 36-yard line. Here's the shotgun snap. Helms the throw, has protections, got a man at the slot. It's caught, but it's going to be shy of the first down.
Decision time here.
And making the reception is going to be Landon Keenan. He's a freshman, and looks like no decision time. They're going to punt, not even going to hesitate here. 4th and a full yard, the ball out to the 44. And if you're ever going to fake it, here's probably the time where you do it. They'll need a full yard. They got to get to the 45. And if, like I said, Eric, they might snap it to the up back. If you're ever going to fake it, here's the time to do it. They put a man in motion, and they are going to fake it, and they're going to get the first down. I kind of seen that coming as they'll get the ball across the 45 out to the 48-yard line and a Grizzly first down. That was a well-designed play and a nice job at that time by Ketterson. So that will continue the drive. They needed a yard. They got 4, and it'll be first down for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and the thing you like about that fake out of that punt, Maris, is the way you spread them out a little bit, and that created a running lane for Nicholas County to pick up that first down.
From their own 48, and a much-needed first down for the Grizzlies. They'll roll the ball, pocket. The pass is caught in Independence territory down to the Patriot 41-yard line.
And that's going to be Kesterson right there, who picked up the first down and picks up another first down for the Grizzlies.
So that'll move the sticks at the Patriot 42.
As we check it here on the replay, great job of rolling out to the left and throwing a strike, and the receiver did a great job of helping out the quarterback there.
So first down, back-to-back first downs for Nicholas County at the Independence 42. Helms from the gun. It'll be a running play off the right, down inside or to the 40, maybe inside the 40. That's Morrison. Morrison entered the ball game with 607 yards rushing and 8 touchdowns, and they'll put him down right at the 40.
And just like that, Maris, to see what one first down can do for the confidence of an offense, because now it seems like the kids are clicking a little bit. You pick up one and you gain some momentum, and it looks like Nicholas County right now, they have a little momentum and they're running their plays and really getting into it.
You are so right. Momentum is such a real thing.
Yeah, and a lot of coaches say that, I hear them saying they don't believe in it. I believe in it because you see things can happen and change the course of a game.
Helms to throw. Got a man open down the seam and went right through his hands, maybe a little overshot. They had a receiver open, and they couldn't make the connection. So it'll be third down coming up.
Yeah, and just right here, if we can get this on the replay here, Maris, if you look, this was a perfectly drawn-up play, had the seam route. I mean, that was there for the taking, and that's one of those you want to connect on if you're Nicholas County.
Yeah, to win these type of games, you got to connect on that.
Missed opportunity right there.
So here comes a third and long for the Grizzlies. They take the shotgun snap. Helms to throw, has time. Now they force him out of the pocket, throws the ball deep, and into coverage, and it was almost intercepted, and it's broken up. It'll be fourth down. But that was a good job that time by Independence, and that was Rashawn Sims back deep that probably should have picked that one.
Yeah, that was one of those where he came down looking at his hands, and his hands let him down on that one because that was a sure interception for Sims. But on the flip side, you forced them, Nicholas County, to punt, and right now, you're just going to block this up and try to get a good return here out of either Linksweiler or Bowers.
Here's the snap. Here comes the kick. And this is a nice one. Yes, a good one. Independence will shy away from it. It will take a bounce. It'll roll down toward the 10, and it's going to stop right there. Looks to be right maybe at the 11-yard line, maybe the 10. They'll put it down right at the 10. So that's where Independence will take over for their third possession. Will have the ball on their own 10-yard line.
But I think Nicholas County did a good job of stringing a few first downs together. Now they flip the field and see if they can get them a stop and try to play this field position game here.
So this will be the third possession for the Patriots. First possession, 6 plays, 65 yards, and a Linksweiler score. And then they went 4 plays, 30 yards for a Linksweiler score. On first down, and that's one thing about it, for the third straight time, first down has not worked for the Patriots.
And I say this in jest. If you're Nicholas County, you need to string together film of the first down defense against Independence, because they've been able to really stymie them on first down.
That'll go for no gain. The rain continues to come down here in Summersville. Both of these teams are 4-3. Independence number 16 this week, and trying to get themselves for a chance to defend their AA title. Here's a running play off to the left, and that'll be a nice gain. It'll pick up 4 or 5. They put him down at the 14. That was Linksweiler, and it'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Yeah, 3rd and 6 right here, which is third manageable for this Independence offense, but it's a must get off the field right here if you're Nicholas County. You need to get a stop and force this punt.
So 3rd and 6 for Independence on their own 14. Twin receivers to the near side. It'll be a running play off to the left. That'll be a first down and a big run and a touchdown-saving tackle that time by Nicholas County, or Linksweiler was going to look like take it to the house as they tackle him just shy of the 30 at the 29.
And when Linksweiler hits that hole, he has a full head of steam right there. And as you can see here on the replay, Maris said, this was a great play, well blocked up front. I mean, look, he's never touched until that, like you said, touchdown-saving tackle.
Yeah. 15-yard gain on the play, first down. Here's a short pass in the flat. Bowers takes it, makes one man miss, trying to get to the edge, and he can't, and that'll be no gain.
Well, good tackling right there, because that was the first touch for Trey Bowers, and all this guy knows when he gets the ball is he wants to get into the end zone, and Nicholas County rallied, and we're up to the task, and had a great tackle there.
You know, I think if you're Independence, when you look, all these first down plays they've ran have not been successful. Yeah. It's everything after first down that's been good for the Patriots.
It's the second through fourth.
Second and third down, yeah.
Yes.
Here's going to be a keeper. Nelson's got some room, and he'll get up to the 35 and maybe over the 35. A good hard run, as he's going to get maybe 5, maybe 6 yards, depending on where they put him down at on that second down play.
And third down here has been the trouble spot for this Nicholas County defense. And this Independence offense really, on third down, they've had, 17-yard gainer, 10-yard gainer. And so this is where you really have to bow up if you're Nicholas County.
And the rain's coming down even harder. It'll be 3rd and 5. Actually 3rd and 4 from the 35, and it's going to be a first down run. Linksweiler just turning his legs and gets the ball up over the 45 to the 46, and another set of downs for Independence.
This real gritty, hard-nosed kid, Linksweiler, as when he punches it up in between the tackles, he's as tough as anybody I've seen. We've seen some good running backs, this year, and he is real tough between the tackles.
Yeah, that'll go for 11 yards. Another first down for Independence on their own 46. We're under a minute for the opening quarter, and it's a keeper. And crossing midfield, getting the ball down is the quarterback, Nelson, as he gets the ball into Nicholas territory at the Grizzly 47-yard line. So right now, Nicholas County just has not have had any answers for Independence running the ball between the tackles.
Yeah, and right now you can see, I think Nicholas County is on its heels just a little bit right now, because the Independence offensive line is really taking control up front.
On second down, they put Bowers in motion, and they're going to blow the play dead, and we're going to have a motion penalty on Independence.
Yeah, and I think at the bottom of your screen, it was Sims, the wide out at the bottom of the screen. Was trying to get a head start.
So the false start there is the call by the official. That'll cost the Patriots 5. Take the ball back across midfield and put the ball down at the 48-yard line.
And if you're Independence, you're saying in the huddle that we got them right where we want them. Second and long.
Yeah, second and about 8. We're approaching the final seconds of the first quarter. And, Eric, I think I'm safe in saying there will not be another play for the first quarter as the time will run down, and that's the end of one. At the end of one, your score is Independence 13, Nicholas County nothing. We'll be right back after this 1-minute break here on Video Productions.
Football season is starting, and the all-star lineup of new Kias are here at Friendship Kia of Beckley. We have the playbook to help you score the big win on your new Kia purchase. We make sure you get the best price with almost all of our new cars priced at invoice. And don't forget, we have one of the largest selections of inventory to help find you that perfect ride. We have a roster full of non-commissioned sales staff and an any reason 7-day exchange program. So get off the bench and get a new Kia from your friends at Friendship Kia of Beckley.
We're dealing!
When you're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
With Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry. Andrew Boland doing a great job producing and directing as he's sitting in for the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins. We don't have Nick tonight. He's at the Hurricane game. Jackie Moon on camera, and we wouldn't have a game unless our stat man, Chris Ferris, was here to keep me in line.
And speaking of stats, I'm going to give you a nice one after this this play here.
First play of the second quarter on second down. It's a running play. Linksweiler, and he fights his way across midfield to the Grizzly 49-yard line, maybe the 48.
And with that pickup, Linksweiler picks up, what, 6?
Yes. They'll put him down at the Grizzly 48-yard line.
So with that carry, Linksweiler has 11 carries and 113 yards.
And 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's doing work.
That's
that
work.
Offensive line doing work.
That offensive line, hey, I know Judah Price used to bring them donuts, so Linksweiler needs to figure out something.
Here's Bowers taking the pass in the flat, makes one man miss, got the first down, and he gets down inside the 40 before being ran out of bounds. And another Patriot first down at the Grizzly 39-yard line.
And I'm going to give you an analysis of Bowers that a lot of people don't talk about. They talk about his speed, but, you know, a lot of people can be fast without being quick. And he's both.
And
he has real good
nifty,
shifty, real good feet.
Shifty, nifty, however you want to put
shifty,
that in there.
Nifty. He's all the above, and I like this kid.
New package it down for Independence at the Grizzly 39. Linksweiler up the middle. He's got running room as he breaks it to the outside. Got a big run down inside the 25. He'll get all the way down to the Grizzly 24. That's a 15-yard run by Linksweiler.
And I'm going to use the word gashing because he is gashing the Nicholas County defense right now. I mean, they don't have an answer to that offensive line executing up front.
And, Eric, that's my next question to you. Do you think Nicholas now might want to commit more to the box to try to slow him down?
And the thing is, this is another, you know, what I'll say, the Trey Bowers effect, because you got to keep that safety outside of the box.
There's Linksweiler. There's a flag, probably going to be holding. The flag came right in the middle of the pile where you usually get holding.
Yeah, and you know, just to elaborate on what I was talking about, you know, I'm not trying to talk over anybody's head, but anyone can see that they're shading that safety to wherever Bowers is. They're shading him over. You have the corner on them, but the safety's also coming. That takes an extra man out of the box, out of the running lanes.
Yeah, so Independence has done a good job by able to spread them out. There's the holding call on the Patriots. That'll cost them. But Independence, though, and we talked on top, Eric, rain or no rain, and it's continuing to pour, but playing on turf, we felt the game would be won in the trenches up front, and right now Independence is definitely winning that battle.
Yeah, they're imposing their will right now here early in the second quarter, and Nicholas County just doesn't have an answer right now up front.
So it'll be 1st and 14 as the ball will come back to the 29-yard line. They take it from the spot of the foul. So 1st and 14 for Independence at the Grizzly 29. It'll be a running play again. Linksweiler's got running room. He's got a nice gain as he squirts inside the 20 and gets down to maybe the 18-yard line of Nicholas County. Put him down at the 19. So it'll be a second down play from the 19 of the Grizzlies. And this time it'll be Nelson that'll keep it. And Nelson, not a whole lot there.
Yeah, I think he may have picked up 2 to make it a, 3rd and probably 3 here.
Yep, ball down at the 17-yard line of the Grizzlies. They've got to get to the 14, so you're correct, Eric. Obviously 2 downs to pick up the 3 yards.
Yeah, and this is where they thrive, time in and time out early in this game. Independence on 3rd down has been real efficient in picking up first downs.
Here's the 3rd down run, and that is not going to get there. Good job by the Grizzlies.
Yeah, but the Nicholas County did a great job of doing one thing, Maris, that time. Getting Linksweiler running sideways with pursuit. All the yards, the money down has been in between the tackles, and they were able to win up front that time, Nicholas County.
So it'll be 4th and 2. The ball's at the 16 of the Grizzlies. They got to get it to the 14. Already leading the game 13-0. This is coming up on the 9-minute mark of the half. This has been a long drive. Independence in 10 plays got 2 touchdowns. This is the 14th play of this drive that started back on their 10-yard line.
And this is what you wanted if you were Nicholas County, but you want to try to turn them away here.
And I think they will. Nicholas County, well, it all depends on where they put him down at. He had to get to the 14. He's just inside the 15.
Well, I think the second effort right there, if we maybe can pull this up, Mr. Producer on
let's see.
Replay.
They're saying he's short, and he is short. They're not going to measure as we watch the replay, Eric.
The initial stop was definitely short, but when Linksweiler squirted away, yeah, he was turned back right there at the end, and that was a good defensive stand for Nicholas County, and that's going to keep them right in this game, this contest, because I think 3 scores would have really been a steep hill to climb for Nicholas County.
Yeah, Nicholas County definitely needed that stop, and will take over now on their own 15-yard line. Yeah, down 13-0. They could not afford to go down, as you mentioned, Eric, by 3 scores as they run the ball right up the middle and move the pile a couple of yards. So that'll bring up 2nd down. Put the ball down at the 17-yard line. Independence have had the ball 3 times. They scored the first 2 times. That time they were held on downs. So from their own 17 is Nicholas County. Back to throw, Helms. He looks, got a man open, and he overshot him. He had a receiver open, and he just didn't make the connection.
Yeah, just right there, and I think he would love to have that misfire back, because that was wide open in the flat, just in front of the corner, and that would have been a big gainer for Nicholas County.
So it brings up 3rd and 8 as the clock stops on the incompletion with 8:10 remaining in the half. And, Eric, when you get a minute, we'll see if you got some scores from around the state. Like I said, this is week number 9. A lot of teams playing for playoff positioning. So a big 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 8 for Nicholas County. Twin receivers to the near side. Helms waits on the shotgun snap. There's movement up front for Nicholas County, and that'll cost them 5.
I like how both teams are pointing at one another, but that's definitely on Nicholas County as they had some movement up front.
Yeah.
And while we have a little break in action here, we'll start in Double A because there's a couple of key games that that both of these teams will be watching. Herbert Hoover's on the road at North Marion, and Herbert Hoover leads that contest 7-0 in the first quarter. Nitro is on the road at Winfield, and Winfield's really come on here in Double-A as of late, and Winfield leads that contest 14-0.
So the penalty will take the ball back to the 12-yard line, and it'll make it 3rd down and 13. They got to get the ball actually 3rd down and 11. I beg your pardon. So from the 12, Helms from the gun. Waits on the shotgun snap, puts a man in motion. They're going to run the ball, and that's not going to get much. That'll get out to the 15. And really surprised they didn't throw it there because it's going to be hard to run there and pick up that first down.
Yeah, and as you saw with the motion, Independence never really even shifted the defense. They just played straight up and held their ground and forced this punt.
So it'll be a 3-and-out. The penalty really hurt them on that, and if Independence handles the punt cleanly, they should get good field position. Bowers on the far side, Linksweiler here on the near side. As the punter stands right about the 2-yard line, and now Nicholas County runs in a guy late right off the bench there, the 11th guy out there. Clock running, 7.5 remaining till halftime. Here's the snap and the punt, and it's a good one. Bowers right back at midfield. He fumbles the ball, and he's able to get on it just across midfield at the Grizzly 49. They might put him down right at the midfield stripe.
And Nicholas County was able to get off a good punt there, Maris, and no return by Independence. But once again, excellent field position here in the second quarter.
Yeah, they're going to put him down, looks to be right at the midfield stripe. So Nicholas County's had 3 possessions, and they've had 2 3-and-outs and a 9-play drive. They punted on all 3 of their possessions. Independence has had 2 touchdown drives, one of 65 and one of 30 yards. Linksweiler scored on both of those. And then the last time they had that long 14-play drive that started on their own 10 and got stopped, and now they'll take over right at midfield with a first down. So right from midfield, Silas Nelson, the quarterback, will work from the shotgun. Take the snap, and he looks to throw, comes to the near side with the pass. Bowers makes the connection. He's hit immediately. They drive him back, but his forward progress inside the 45 down to the 42-yard line of the Grizzlies.
Yeah, that play was kind of slow in developing, and Nelson was able to get it off, as we can see here on the replay. Independence held up late right there and just gave him just enough time to throw a strike.
So makes the connection and picks up 8 on first down, 2nd and 2. Nelson takes the snap, hands to Linksweiler, and he's got a first down. A flag comes in.
It's going to be a hold right here on Independence. As someone from Nicholas County broke through, I didn't see the number, but he was definitely being held at the point of attack.
And the official comes to give the indication. The flag came from behind the play. And that tells me that the hold came right up there in the hole, and that looks like to be the case. You were all over it, Eric, and that is the case. Coming up at halftime in the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show, we'll recap the first half. We'll have scores from other games. We'll have all the stats from Mr. Chris Farish. He's got his number 2 pencil working, as he always does. The penalty, Eric, takes the ball back across midfield to Independence's own 48-yard line.
Looks like Independence is going to go trips to the right side here.
So let's see what they'll do. They're going to run the ball. Linksweiler crosses midfield, and that's about it as he gets stacked up. And they push him back, and, you kind of think maybe they would blow the whistle much sooner than when they did.
Well, yeah, I was going to say that was a product of a late whistle right there. Nothing malicious by Nicholas County, because a guy like Tyler Linksweiler, if he's going to keep churning and running, you're going to keep tackling. So you have to blow that whistle once his momentum will stop.
So they're going to put him down at the 47-yard line of Nicholas County. They'll need 7 on this 3rd down play. You got to think they got 2 downs to pick this up. They've got all 3 of their timeouts. We're at 5 of 42 and counting. Here's a deep ball down the far side, and it's caught for the touchdown.
Rashawn Sims right there on the go route.
Yes, and was it a goes. He beat the man on the corner for the deep ball. That's a 47-yard touchdown pass as we watch the replay, and Independence now takes a 19-0 lead.
Yeah, you know what was most impressive about this ball was thrown in the rain on a line. This is perfect. Just right there, hit him right in stride, and Sims hauls it in for the quick 6.
And what made that play, too, was the protection, the offensive line giving Silas Nelson time to sit in the pocket to deliver the strike.
And Nelson has really impressed me since he's been, moved to quarterback. Of course, he played quarterback all his life, and I really think this was a good sound coaching decision, moving them around.
Now they'll go for 2 to try to make up for the missed point after. Nelson on the roll, he looks, he throws, and it's incomplete. But even though the 2-point conversion doesn't go, they hit on the big touchdown, and with 5:36 remaining in the half, your new score now is 19-0 in favor of Independence. We'll take a quick break and be right back here on Video Productions.
Game is sponsored by Brian Helton. Brian is running to represent you in the state senate. Brian is the conservative choice for Raleigh, Wyoming, and Fayette counties. He is pro-life and supports our Second Amendment rights. Brian Helton will work hard to make it happen. Paid for by Helton for West Virginia. Kayla Kessinger, Treasurer.
And we welcome you back to Summersville with Eric Thomas, Maris Lowry here. Independence had the ball 4 times. They scored on 3 of their possessions. This latest drive, a 3-play, 50-yard drive. They get a 47-yard touchdown pass from Nelson to Sims. The PAT is no good. They went for 2. Your scoring recap brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Nothing tastes as good as an ice-cold Pepsi. And, Eric, that was a big strike and a beautiful thrown ball for the score.
Yeah, the theme of the game right now, Maris, is Nicholas County has to figure out – they figured out first down. They have to figure out second and third down defense because right there, every time they've held Independence to no yards or negative yards, they've given up a big play.
Here comes the ensuing kickoff. It's caught at the 15 by the Grizzlies. Nice return up over the 20. And Nicholas County will have good field position up over the 30 to start their 4th possession.
And there's going to be a block in the back, and that's going to take them back a few more yards.
Yep, back in the hole. But Nicholas County, this will be their 4th possession. The other 3 possessions have all ended in punts. There are 2 3-and-outs, and then they had a 9-play drive that ended in a punt. And as you stated, Eric, you were all over it, blocking the back. And now the Grizzlies will start their 4th possession in a hole.
And you know what I like about the last couple of kickoffs? Independence did try, the onside kick. Kicking it deep, they've covered well, and they've also now they got a penalty, and Nicholas County is starting this offensive possession in the hole.
Yeah, they'll put the ball down, looks to be at the 15-yard line. So that's where the Grizzlies will start this possession, 1st and 10 on their own 15. Helms takes the shotgun snap, throws the ball in the flat, and overthrown. And, I can't quite put my hand on it, but he is really he coming into the game, he connected on 59 of 84 for 857 yards, but his passes seem like they've been a little off tonight.
And maybe this has been affected by the weather, because that's one thing we talked about at the top of the broadcast is his accuracy. And right now, balls are sailing, and it looks like they've caught a hold here on Nicholas County, so they're going to dig them even deeper in the hole. Ineligible downfield.
Man on Nicholas County. So they'll back them up to the 10. And we'll replay first down. It'll be 1st and 15 now.
The quarterback came in completing 70% of his passes coming in.
And tonight he's just been off.
It's just been off a tad. A lot of that has to do with this pass rush of Independence and a lot with the weather.
And now what do we got? We may have a timeout maybe. They've stopped play. It'll be 2nd down, or beg your pardon.
Do they reset the clock?
Yeah, actually it'll be 1st down. It's not 2nd down. They'll get the down over. And there's a running play, and it'll go up the gut for a very small gain. And now it'll bring up 2nd down. So the ball gets out to the 12-yard line. They got to get out to the 25 to keep the drive alive. It'll be 2nd down coming up.
And right now the weather, the rain looks like it's completely stopped. So
we're under 5 minutes for the half. Helms in the shotgun, takes the snap, to throw down the seam, and it's dropped. Now, that time, the ball might have been just a hair behind the receiver, but one that should have been caught.
Yeah, once it hits you in your hands, you're going to have to secure that pass because every pass is not going to be perfect, as the quarterback has been under a lot of duress tonight. So that's one of those that you would want to have back, and now you're looking at third and an Uber.
Well, yeah, they've got to get the ball to the 25. They have the ball at the 12. They'll need 13 on this third down play. And the clock stopped on the incompletion. 4:46 left in the half. Helms takes the shotgun snap. Pressure comes off the edge, and they sack him. They really need to blow the whistle, and now they do. But for the longest time, I thought they'd blow the whistle a little sooner.
Yeah, because that's one of those plays where he wasn't going to get out of the grasp of those three Independence defenders. A host of Patriots get the sack, and now you're going to look, if you're the Independence deep receivers here, you're going to put your heels on the 40-yard line here and get ready, maybe take one to the house.
Of course, the last time when Nicholas County, when they were backed up and punted from their own end zone, it was a short kick, and Independence started a drive from their 30. And he drops the snap, and the kick, it's going to take a big bounce, and I think it hit Independence. The ball is free, and there's a penalty flag. You can't advance it, so this will not be you cannot advance it. So even though Nicholas County picked it up, the officials let the play go through, Eric, but you cannot advance it. I think it's going to be a penalty on Nicholas County. I think what they did is they didn't allow the punt returner to catch the ball.
Let's try to see here on the – did he wave fair catch? Nah.
Let's see. Right there.
This is where the flag comes out.
The flag come out, but anyway, you cannot advance it. So even if Nicholas County, if they are awarded the ball, it'll be back across the 45.
I want to see. I think they're going to call it against Nicholas County. Let's see.
Let's see what the call is going to be. It might be that the interference.
I don't think it could have been interference because neither.
Yeah, that's what they're calling, yeah.
And the crowd does not agree with that.
So they're going to back the Grizzlies back up and make them kick it again.
No, Independence will get the ball because
they'll add the 15.
Yes.
And take over at the 30-yard line. We got some confusion and a timeout. They'll take over inside the 30 at the 29. So what the call was interference by not allowing the Independence punt returner to catch the ball.
Well, I'm going to say this. In all my years of doing this, I don't agree with that call, and here's why. He got both players, Bowers called for fair catch, got away from the ball. So he actually went to where the Nicholas County guy was.
Yeah, if anything, it should have been Nicholas County's ball, maybe where they recovered it as the rain starts to come down. But Nicholas County picked it up and advanced it, which you can advance it.
But they have some explaining to do on that. How can you interfere with a kick? Like, he wasn't here trying to receive it. He moved away from the ball, so he actually went to where the Nicholas County defender was coming.
Well, as they say, when it rains, it pours, and it's pouring right now. And it's pouring all over Nicholas County right now as the Patriots will take over 1st and 10 at the Grizzly 29, already leading the ball game 19-0.
And once again, me saying I don't agree with it doesn't mean I'm right. I just need some clarity.
Here's a deep ball to the end zone, and
he dropped.
And Eric, once again, throwing the ball in the rain, I think looking up into the lights, and I'm not making excuses for the Independence receiver, but I know that would be a difficult catch looking up into the lights with the rain coming down.
Well, guess what? He should have had that.
Right, he should have caught it. Right, he should have caught it.
And you would ask Trey Bowers that. He would tell you 10 times out of 10 you got to catch that.
But it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Patriots at the 29. Here's a running play up the middle. And that's Linksweiler getting the ball down inside the 25 to the 22. But you're right. You just got to forget about it, move on to the next play.
And, and Trey Bowers he'll shake that off. But that was definitely a great pass, too. A good, nice go route. And Silas Nelson has been, laying them in there on the go routes.
So it'll be 3rd down and 3 coming up for the Patriots.
Look for them out of this set. Maybe try –
they'll run the ball with Linksweiler's got a 1st down. And see, they'll move the pile down to the 15 of the Grizzlies for another package of downs. 7-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Independence knocking on the door of scoring again. They're in the red zone where they've been real efficient here in this first half once getting into the red zone.
Yeah, coming up on the 3-minute mark of the half. Here's a keeper by Nelson. He's got some running room. He gets to the edge, and he gets a couple of yards. That play looked like it might go for more than what it did.
Yeah, it was well blocked again. I think Nelson was too quick to bounce that outside. I think straight up the middle, straight up the gut right there as he broke to that second level, and he may have scored.
And it'll be a 2-yard gain to the 13, 2nd and 8 coming up. And Independence in no hurry because they have all 3 timeouts, 2.5 and counting here in the first half. They lead in the ball game 19-0, trying to tack another one on here before halftime. It'll be a running play to Linksweiler. He's got running room. He's down inside the 5. He'll get to the 4, and that should be enough for an Independence first down.
First and goal to go right here, and Independence is doing pretty much what they want on the ground here early on in this contest.
So it'll be first and goal. They're going to save third. They're going to put him down just shy. They put him down actually at the 5, so they're going to make it 3rd and 1. And on the 3rd and 1 play, Linksweiler gets the carry. They move the pile forward. That will definitely be enough for a first down. He had to get to the 4, and they'll move the pile down to at least the 4 and maybe the 3. They'll say the 4-yard line, and that'll be a first down. So it'll be first and goal for Independence. Ball at the 4-yard line of the Grizzlies. Nelson set, takes the snap, hands it off. Linksweiler just walks into the end zone for a touchdown. So that was a 7-play, 29-yard drive, and that's the hat trick, the 3rd touchdown of the ball game for Tyler Linksweiler, and that takes the lead now to 25-0 with a minute and a half remaining here in the opening half.
Yeah, and Linksweiler has really benefited from this great job up front from the Independence offense.
And now they'll try the PAT from placement. The kick is up, and it looks good, and it is good. So your new score is Independence 26 and Nicholas County nothing with a minute and a half remaining in the first quarter. We'll be right back after this on Video Productions.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
And we welcome you back to Summersville as the Independence Patriots have scored again. Our scoring recap brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. This time the drive, 7 plays, 29 yards. Linksweiler, his 3rd touchdown of the ball game from 4 yards out. The PAT good, 26-0. As I mentioned, is being presented by Pepsi. The latest touchdown drive, Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Nothing tastes as good as an ice cold Pepsi with your scoring recap. Here's the ensuing kickoff. It's kicking it deep this time, Eric, and it will go out of bounds. Even though it went out of bounds, it was the right idea, I think, to kick it deep.
Yes.
And the Grizzlies can elect to take it on their own 35, or they can back Independence up 5 and have them kick it again.
Yeah, I like the idea of teams kick. I'm still old school a little bit with the kick coverage. Kick it deep. Make your guys stay disciplined in their lanes and just cover the kick.
So the Grizzlies will take the ball, as I figured they would, on their own 35. They got a minute and a half in which to work with. So let's see what Helms will come up with. 1st and 10, the Grizzlies. They work from their own 35-yard line. It'll be a running play, and that'll go for a couple of yards as they'll get the ball to Colton Browning. Browning entered the game with 84 carries, 414 yards, but he's been kept in check here tonight.
Yeah, and that defensive front of Independence and in the trenches on both sides of the ball, Independence has won the war of the big guys up front.
The gain is out to the 37. He picked up 2 on the play, and Nicholas County doesn't appear to be in any hurry as we're coming up under 1 minute remaining here in the first half. The Independence Patriots had the ball 5 times. They scored on 4 of them. They lead the ball game 26-0. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Grizzlies. from their own 37-yard line. It'll be another running play right up the gut. They'll move the pile across the 40 and get the ball out to the 43-yard line.
And that time, Nicholas County gave Independence a dose of their own medicine and ran straight at Independence and able to pick up a good gain.
Be 3rd and 2 coming up for the Grizzlies. And once again, Nicholas County's in no hurry. We're coming up under 30 seconds. There's 26 on the play clock, so they will have to run a play, and I'm not going to say it. Every time I say this is probably the last play of the half, that's not the case.
Our viewers need to know the history of you saying that, right?
Did I say that? And if they don't pick up, well, they do get the first down. The clock will stop momentarily to move the chains as the first down's out across the 45 out to the 47-yard line. And that'll be a first down. As soon as they set the chains, the clock will start rolling again. And Nicholas doesn't have to run another play, and they probably won't. So we'll go to the locker room with the Patriots leading the Grizzlies 26-0. We'll take a quick 1-minute break and come back and get you ready for the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show here on Video Productions.
It's 4th down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but incredible. A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton. Or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
And we welcome you back to Summersville, West Virginia, Nicholas County High School, home of the Grizzlies, with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. We have Andrew Boland producing and directing, Jackie Moon on camera, and, of course, the one and only, the stat man of the year, Mr. Chris Farish. He's over there looking like a professor with that number 2 pencil, Eric, as he's totaling these numbers up that we'll have momentarily. But in the first half, it was all Independence, and you can see that by what's on the scoreboard there, 26-0. And, Eric, when you take a look at these drives, first of all, for Independence, they had the ball 5 times. They scored on 4 of them. They had a 6-play, 65-yard drive, a 4-play, 30-yard drive, and then their longest drive, 14 plays, but it got stopped on 4th and short. Then they came back and scored on their last 2 drives of the half, a 3-play, 50-yard drive, a 7-play, 29-yard drive. They got 3 touchdown runs from Linksweiler, and they got a beautiful 47-yard touchdown pass from Nelson to Sims for their 26 points. And on the flip side, Eric, you look at Nicholas County, they have got 5 possessions in that last one there at the half, and they punted on 4 of them, and on 3 of those 5 possessions, they went 3 and out.
Yeah, and that's tough sledding against this, Independence offense that seems to be clicking on all cylinders, even in this torrential rain that they're playing in. And I think it's all the case has been made up front. The big guys up front for Independence really controlled that first quarter as they mowed their way to, Tyler Linksweiler scoring, two touchdowns?
3 times.
Three times in the first quarter?
Yeah. 3 times in the first half.
Yes, in the first half, but 2 in the first quarter.
Yes.
And I think they set the tone and the stage of the game.
For our viewers, you may not be able to tell, but ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, and I think you'd agree, Eric, it's raining harder now than at any point between this morning or tonight.
Yes, it's really coming down.
It's raining harder now than any time.
They don't have the view that we have of the baseball fields.
Yes.
And the lights have really obstructed it, because if this was played on the old grass field, you wouldn't even be able to see the players at all.
The dry cleaner definitely would be happy about
Yes.
that. All right, we're going to take our first break here in the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show. When we come back, Eric will have scores from other games. We'll have the stats that Chris Farish has provided as our halftime rolls on here at the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show here on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Season is starting and the all-star lineup of new Kias are here at Friendship Kia of Beckley. We have the playbook to help you score the big win on your new Kia purchase. We make sure you get the best price with almost all of our new cars priced at invoice. And don't forget, we have one of the largest selections of inventory to help find you that perfect ride. We have a roster full of non-commissioned sales staff and an any reason 7-day exchange program. So get off the bench and get a new Kia from your friends at Friendship Kia of Beckley.
We're dealing!
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we welcome you back to Summersville here at Nicholas County High School, and the rain is continuing to come down, and is it ever? 26-0 is the score, as you can see that on, well, you did be able to see it on your screen. While we got a minute, I want to tell you about the fine folks at Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel with locations in Princeton and Beckley. Cracker Barrel, the old country store. Cracker Barrel, love me some pig, whether it be bacon, sausage, whatever the case may be, Cracker Barrel. Also want to tell you about the fine folks at Edward Jones. When you retire, you got to have some planning, and if you're retired like me, you can plan like me, and you can plan with the financial advisors of Edward Jones. Heather Cantley, 304-254-9995, or Wayne Rhodes at 304-253-7335. Also, Eric, we'll get into the scores as you are been following some key games throughout the state of West Virginia.
Okay, yeah, Marison. We'll start in the AAA ranks. You know, some heavyweights going at one another tonight. Cabell Midland, number 3, Cabell Midland on the road at number 1, Huntington. And right now, Cabell Midland shocking the Highlanders. They're up 14-0 in the second quarter. And up north, the Martinsburg area, you have a battle of top 10 teams as Spring Mills, number 5, goes on the road to number 6, Martinsburg, and Spring Mills trails in the second quarter 9-6. Some of the games of interest in the area, Bluefield fighting for a playoff spot at 3-4. They're on the road at Oak Hill, which is the number 10 ranked team in the latest poll in AAA, and Oak Hill leads that game 14-0 in the second quarter.
So anything else you got there?
Yes, in the AA ranks, we're going to go because a lot of people watching the game are interested in the AA scores. And Roane County, number 1, Roane County is on the road at Mingo Central, whom the Independence Patriots lost to earlier in the year. And Roane County's up 6-0 at halftime in that game of battle of playoff teams. Herbert Hoover, who we had a chance to see in the preseason, they're number 9 on the road at number 2, North Marion. And that game is knotted at 14 in the second quarter. So a lot of these games, Maris, are playoff potential teams, and all these guys are battling right now.
And, Eric, a lot of those games might be in the same kind of weather condition that we have here because it is pouring the rain. I mean, it is coming down in buckets and sheets here tonight in Summersville. It rained most of the way on the way up here. Most of it rained biggest part of the day in Beckley where we came from, and then it rained on the way up here. And then it was raining pretty good when we got here to the stadium. And then right there before kickoff a little bit, Eric, it rained, and then it's rained periodically through the first half, but it's raining harder right now than at any point, I think, today.
Yeah, and you're right, and I think, it's one of these rains that's blanking in the state. And a couple of scores of interest that we want to give James Monroe is hosting Liberty Raleigh, and right now in the second quarter, it's James Monroe 7, Liberty Raleigh nothing.
Wow, and good job for Liberty hanging in there, and that could be weather related, like you said. Pretty much it's a blanket across the great state of West Virginia on this Friday night with the weather and the rain coming down like it is.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, but you're going to have this. You never know what you're going to get in the state of West Virginia when it comes to late October, early November weather. I mean, you're going to deal with this.
Well, there might be later rounds in the playoffs where you have better weather than what we're having
now.
tonight. Yes.
Exactly right.
You got any more scores, or that will wrap it up?
Yeah, let's wrap that up right there because most of the scores that are coming in right now, Greenbrier West is the only other team I was going to report on, and that's a 0-0 game. But they're at Sherman, so who knows when we'll get a report on that game.
And we may not. Anyway, we're going to take a break here in the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show. When we come back, Eric will give you the numbers of the first half. You're watching live streaming coverage of high school football here on Video Productions.
Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, with 2 locations for your convenience, 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley and 8762 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes. A winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
And we welcome you back here to Summersville at Nicholas County High School as the rain continues to come down at the break. The Patriots have a 26-0 lead over the Grizzlies. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Giovanni's Pizza. Mamma mia! If you're not Italian going in, you'll be Italian coming out. With 2 locations, they'll have one at Glen Daniel down near Liberty High School on your way to a Raider game. Of course, they have one at Leicester Square in Sophia. They make delicious pizza, and they have an ice-cold Pepsi to wash it down with. Mamma mia, the fine folks at Giovanni's. Also, want to tell you about the fine folks at Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. They're having a Bowl-A-Wing, which is a week from tomorrow, and you can reserve your lane by calling 304-253-7328. Also know that they're giving away door prizes, and part of the door prizes they're giving away will be West Virginia Mountaineer football tickets when they take on BYU. And last but certainly not least, one of our finest sponsors will be the fine folks at Indoor Air, your Amana dealer. Indoor Air is a proud sponsor of Raleigh County sports for all your heating and cooling needs. You can dial up the good folks at Indoor Air at 304-890-2820. 22-12. Well, the Patriots do have a big lead, 26-0 at the break. And Eric, you have the numbers of the first half.
Yeah, and the numbers reflect this big, Patriots lead. Independence really came in and established themselves up front, Mares, and these numbers really reflect them imposing their will early in the game. Nicholas County came into the game averaging, the last 3 games putting up a bunch of points, and they've been held to 0 points in the first half and 39 total yards. And they're being led on the ground by Browning. He has 5 carries for 11 yards. And in passing right now, Colton Helms has 8 passing attempts. He's completed 2 for 18 yards.
Yeah, just no offense of which to speak of.
Nowhere to really go. And, you said they had 3 out of 5 possessions were 3 and outs.
Right.
And the last possession just ran out of time at half.
Right, and they punted on 4 of their 5 possessions.
Yes, and on the flip side, Independence has churned up 276 yards, 212 on the ground. And Tyler Linksweiler's having a well of a game right now. He's having what most guys can get in one game he's done in the first half. 22 carries, 175 yards, 3 scores. And Silas Nelson is the second leading rusher with 7 carries for 37 yards. And in passing, Nelson has completed 4 out of 5 passes for 64 yards and a touchdown. If you can remember, his only incompletion was that one dropped in the end zone by Trey Bowers.
Right. So
real efficient offensively.
Yes. Yeah, and and one of their other good drives that Independence had, a 14-play drive. They came up short when they went for it on fourth and short that Nicholas County stopped them on.
Yes, and Independence has really won the war up front, and I keep stating that because I think from here on out in playoff football, you have to be sound, of course, in defense, but you have to really, really control the line of scrimmage, and they did a good job of establishing, the line of scrimmage early in the contest.
I think it was Eddie Rabbit said, you got to love a rainy night.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we got here in Summersville and probably throughout everywhere in the state of West Virginia. It's on this Friday night, week 9 of the high school football season. We're here at the Massey Power Sports halftime show. We'll take a break, and we'll come back. We'll get you ready for the second half. The Patriots lead the Grizzlies 26-0 at the break as you're watching live streaming coverage of high school football here on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Hi, I'm Leanna Burnett, owner of Window World of Beckley. At Window World, we are proud to deliver exterior solutions that are beautiful, affordable, and guaranteed for life. We do things the right way. Honest pricing, no gimmicks, and thousands of satisfied customers. Call Window World of Beckley today at 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW and have your new windows, siding, and doors before winter. Window World of Beckley, family owned,
nationally known.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
And we welcome you back here to a rainy Summersville here at Nicholas County High School, home of the Grizzlies. At the break, 26-0, Independence leads. And Eric, not only is it raining really hard, but the weather has dipped too. It's really cold out there. That's a cold rain.
Yeah, that's a cold rain, and it's going to, be hard for these guys to come back out and get lubed up and get those fluids going right here.
Of course, the one thing about it, if you're Independence, it's a lot easier and more fun to play in the rain when you're up 26-0, as opposed if you're Nicholas County and down 26-0.
In the words of you, everything's funner when you're winning.
Funner when you're winning. That's right. Yep, that's for sure. So, Eric, we're going to have you put your coaching cap on. First of all, if you're in the Independence locker room, what do you think you might have heard Coach Lilly tell his troops?
Hey, keep doing what you're doing up front, because that's what's winning this game. Come out right now the second half and stop them, go 3 and out, and let's try to put some more points on the board and get back on down the interstate.
On the flip side for the Grizzlies, what kind of adjustments on both sides of the ball you think Nicholas County is going to have to make?
Offensively, I think they're better off trying to run at Independence. And what I mean, I think a lot of their plays were, trying to roll out of the pocket, complete something. Just go back, your basic offense and try to get some first downs.
And I think what will be important is Nicholas County will get the ball to start the second half is the fact that Nicholas County not try to score 2 touchdowns on one play. They've got to put, as you mentioned, string a couple of first downs together, because it doesn't look like they're going to hit a big play. Now, as soon as I say that, they might, but they haven't shown that capability in the first half, because as you gave those numbers, that was a very dismal offensive performance, and grant the Independence defense. So, but you've got to string some first downs together, but you've got to get 1 touchdown before you can get 2.
Yeah, and the thing is, when you've had 0 success, their best play that Nicholas County had was a missed opportunity on a seam route, early in that first quarter. And after that, Independence really clamped down, defensively. And you're right. You just got to find small victories here in this first series.
And I think
first downs.
Yeah, and I think you would agree. The one thing that if you're Nicholas you can't do is go 3 and out on this first possession.
Definitely can't, because you're on the verge of seeing a running clock in the fourth quarter if you go 3 and out. And, we've seen what it's done to the kicking game in this rain. So you really need to try to string some first downs together and get some momentum going.
And the way that Independence had ran the ball with success, there's probably no reason, even though they did hit the big touchdown play of 47 yards, there's probably not a reason maybe really to throw the ball that deep. They can eat clock and, they can run the ball in the second half.
Yeah, and the thing is, they had a couple of opportunities, in the running game in that first quarter, and Independence was able, with their speed defensively, to slam the door. So that's why I think anything outside the tackles, I think Independence, they've dominated the line of scrimmage, but I think running straight out of defense sometimes is the best thing.
As the captains are out there, real quickly, Eric, we'll talk big picture for Independence, and if they were able to hang on to this game, they've got one more game. They only have 9 games. They have Wyoming East next week. Of course, Wyoming East have nowhere near the kind of season they had hoped. You figure Independence would win that game, and then they just got to sit and wait to see what's going to happen. The final play date, November the 3rd, to see, 1, if they get in, and 2, where they're at.
Yeah, and the thing is with Independence, though, you feel a lot better, driving home with this feather in your cap, knowing you have a very winnable game next week. And then, as you can see by the scores I have given earlier, it's a lot of things. I think the next 2 weeks is going to be a free-for-all in all 3 classes, in that 10 to 16 range.
And also I think
playoffs.
that, you and I, we've covered video productions over the last 2 years. We were able to do 6 playoff games where Independence was 3-0 at home each of the last 2 seasons. So they won't have that luxury if they get in. There's no way they're going to get a home game. But with the veterans they have, obviously you'd rather be at home, but I think Independence would be fine going on the road. Obviously you just want to get in and see who you match up with.
Yeah, but with this team, this coaching staff is real good at talking about the task at hand. They didn't shy away from being the favorites last year.
Right.
They said we were at the preseason meeting.
Right.
They said, hey, only team can beat us is us.
Right.
I actually still feel that they feel that. So And line up. Just get me in.
Right.
Get me to the dance, and I might come go dance with anybody there.
And I think Nicholas County's thinking the same thing. If they don't rally tonight and they go to 4-4, they're like, well, James Road will be a tough game, but if they can beat James Road, they can beat Pikeview, and who knows if the stars are aligned the right way, maybe they do get in. But the loser of this game, their playoff hit's going to take a big hit.
Going to take a big hit.
Yeah. All right, ready to start the second half. Independence will kick off. They've got it teed up, and they've got it teed up there closer to the far side hash. Nicholas County ready to receive the third quarter kickoff.
This is not a gambling show, but anybody want to take a bet? Is this going to be kick deep or squib?
Well, with the rain the way it is and still coming down hard, they might squib it right down the middle of the field. We'll see. Fog's starting to set in a little bit, too. Here comes the kickoff, and it will be like a line drive right down the middle of the field, and it's not fielded cleanly. Back inside the 15. Here's Nicholas with a return out to about the 25, maybe the 26-yard line. Looks like the 26, and that's where Nicholas County will set up shop for their first possession of the second half.
And if you're Independence, your defense gained 9 yards right there by kicking it straight down the middle of the field and covering.
So they'll put the ball down at the 26-yard line, and that's where Nicholas County will start 1st and 10 on their own 26. It'll be Helms, the quarterback. He'll work from the gun with twin receivers to the far side. The rain continuing to come down. And they fumbled the snap. The ball's loose, and I think Helms is able to get back on it. And he is, but it's going to cost him, looks to be 5 or 6 yards.
And they were fortunate enough to get back on that because that could have been disaster on the first play of the second play of the second half, first play from scrimmage.
Yeah, and that loss is back to the 20-yard line, so they lost 6 on first down. And as I mentioned, the rain, if it's possible, raining even harder coming down here in Summersville. Second down for the Grizzlies on their own 20. Helms takes the shotgun snap, rolls the pocket, looks to throw. Everybody's covered. Now makes a pass, and it's almost intercepted as there was really nothing there. Independence defended that well.
Tyler Linksweiler right there, playing his safety position, came over and nearly had an interception.
So it'll bring up 3rd down and 16 on their own 20-yard line. And once again, like I said, both teams are playing in it, but it looks like it's going to be a steady rain probably the rest of the second half.
It looks like it's settled in over top of the stadium here, and it's just going to be tough conditions the rest of the game.
So 3rd and 16. Helms waits on the shotgun snap. He rolls the pocket. He's got time. Now throwing the ball down the middle of the field into traffic, and it's almost intercepted as that was just forced into coverage. And the Patriots this time, they do a good job, as that was Dalton Atkins that almost got the pick, Eric.
Yeah, and Dalton Atkins came over, and even for defenders, it's tough to catch that ball because that is the 3rd possible interception that Independence has dropped here in this contest.
So on 4th down, it's a punting situation. And Linksweiler is inside the 40, as Bowers are, and this would be a short field.
It just looks like they think he's going to kick it 10 yards.
Yeah, 10 or 20 yards, right. Maybe because of the condition.
Yeah.
Here it comes the kick. And it kicks it over their head. And I think maybe, too, Eric, that after the last kind of
they said just get away from it. Yeah.
Just let them kick it over your head as the ball will roll back inside the 40.
I get that. That's good coaching right there. But.
And, you're talking about the way the weather is. I'm sure Coach Lilly's like, look, to make sure that our guys don't get it, we're going to play so close that the ball is going to be kicked over their head. So Independence will have its first possession of the second half. They'll have the ball on their own 39-yard line where they'll set up shop, 1st and 10. It'll be Nelson to lead them out. Linksweiler with a big first half, 175 yards rushing, 3 scores. And they'll give it to Bowers. And looks like, will he get to the edge? He will not. And he fumbled the ball out of bounds. And once again, the first play to start a drive, that's happened on 4 different occasions.
4 different occasions. Yeah. They have the first down formula. Nicholas County does. And let's see what they come up here. Yeah. Because Independence, every time they've been 2nd down, 11, 12 or greater, they've been able to get a chunk play. And it's usually straight up the middle with Tyler Linksweiler running the ball.
Yeah, they have no gain on that play. 2nd and 10 from their own 39. And it is Linksweiler, and you are right, it's up the middle, and it's a big gain as they push the pile close to a first down. It will be a first down across midfield, and you are correct. So, Eric, it's like you're playing a video game. It's like you've seen it. You push this button, and that's the play that happens.
If A doesn't work, you hit B.
Well, I guess you have to go to B because that worked that time, and they get the ball across midfield to the 49 of Nicholas County.
And that's pushing Tyler Linksweiler close to that 200-yard mark.
Yeah.
187 on 23 carries and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns. Chris Farish, our stat man, letting us know that. Told you he was the stat man of the year. And here comes a quarterback keeper, and that's a good gainer, and that's close to another first down to the 41 of Nicholas County. That's the quarterback, Nelson, on the carry. So Silas Nelson gets good yardage.
And that's his 8th carry for 45 yards now, if my Independence old-school math is correct.
To the 41.
You're wondering how I did that, Mayor? So.
Yeah, with your fingers in your toes, right? All right, here's a running play, and it's Linksweiler. He'll have enough for the first down. He'll get the ball to the 36 of the Grizzlies.
Just ground and pound right now, and Independence is doing what they need to do on that offensive line. I mean, it's been very impressive. This is a playoff caliber team that they're playing.
Yeah, Nicholas County is a well-coached team. They always have been. They've got good players for the size, the AA school where they're located right here, almost right here in the middle of the state. Here's another running play. Linksweiler, and this is going to get him close to the 200-yard mark. This is inside the 30, and you're right, there's a flag.
Little laundry on the field.
I think before that carry, I think Linksweiler had like 193 yards rushing, and like I said, that would have put him very close to the 200-yard mark. But as you mentioned, and correctly so, a penalty, and that will negate it.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be probably 75.
72, 75. Hey, the numbers all look alike in the rain, don't they?
Yeah, but it was right at the point of attack, and got caught holding on to the block just a little too long.
So that'll take the ball back to the 45-yard line. Once again, the rain is still steady, continuing to fall. 8:55 and counting, third quarter. It'll be first down again for the Patriots, but the penalty, as I mentioned, brought the ball back to the 45. I'm not sure what the holdup is now. And now they're going to take the ball back to the 46. So maybe maybe they need to use their fingers and toes, Eric, for a little math. The officials, as they have to take the ball back another yard. All right, here's a short pass in the flat. That's Bowers trying to get to the edge. He does, and he's got some running room, and he gets some of the penalty yardage back as they run him out of bounds on the far side, and he gets down inside the 35 of the Grizzlies all the way to the 34-yard line of Nicholas County.
Yeah, good pickup right there to get it to second down in about, 8?
Yeah, second about 8. Very manageable. This will be the 6th play of this drive at the 34 of the Grizzlies. Put a man in motion. They'll run the ball. Linksweiler. This will get him over the 200-yard mark and then some as he gets the ball down inside the 20, and that'll be another Independence first down all the way down to the Grizzly 18.
You've seen Independence run this play time and time again, probably about 6 or 7 times. Look for them out of this motion with Trey Bowers coming across. See, they've never given him a look out of that, but look for them to spring him pretty soon on that play.
First down from the 18, and there was some confusion as they put Bowers in motion, and I think they're going to get Independence for a false start maybe.
The whole offensive line.
Yep, they blew the play dead. Like I said, there was some confusion there. As the official there will give you the indication, dead ball, the false start. They'll mark off the 5 yards back to the 23-yard line. So make it 1st and 15. And that's one thing we have seen tonight, Eric, and obviously you never want to make a good practice of getting behind the chains and penalties, but Independence has overcome all their penalties here tonight.
Every time they've, after a penalty or a loss on a play, they've gone to, Mr. Steady right there.
Yep, Linksweiler, and he gets most of that penalty yardage back as he gets the ball down to where the original line of scrimmage was, and then maybe +1 gets the ball down to the 17-yard line. So it brings up a second down at the 17 of the Grizzlies. And this has been a time-consuming drive. as the rain continues to come down, and we're 7:40 and counting the third quarter. And if it's possible, it might be raining harder than maybe I said it was earlier.
Yeah, and it's just coming straight down, not, just straight down on top of it.
Here's a quarterback keeper, and a nice gain, and gets very close to a first down to about the 10-yard line. Silas Nelson on a nice carry.
He almost squirted free right there for a touchdown as he kept those legs turning, and a little slippery, little hard to tackle him right now.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and short. They have the ball at the 10. So a yard to pick up a first down, 10 for the touchdown. Nelson takes the snap, Linksweiler, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown, a hat trick +1. And Independence, a good-looking drive. That was a 61-yard drive in 9 plays, and Linksweiler finishes off with the score with 6:57 left here in the third quarter to take a 32-0 lead as we watch the replay here, Eric.
Yeah, and this just look at the blocking up front, Maris, and also look at the blocking by, the wideouts as they get involved down the field.
The point after, it looks good, and it's no good.
No good.
I beg pardon, it looked good
to the
from
right.
here. But nevertheless, it is a touchdown for the Patriots, your new score, with 6:57 left in the third quarter. As Independence 32, Nicholas County nothing. We'll be right back after this break on Video Productions.
Game is sponsored by Brian Helton. Brian is running to represent you in the state senate. Brian is the conservative choice for Raleigh, Wyoming, and Fayette counties. He is pro-life and supports our Second Amendment rights. Brian Helton will work hard to make it happen. Paid for by Helton for West Virginia. Kayla Kessinger, Treasurer.
Well, the latest Independence touchdown, a 61-yard drive in 9 plays, and Linksweiler, his 4th touchdown of the ball game, a hat trick +1. That's a 3-yard run. The PAT is no good. 32-0 the lead for Independence. Your scoring recap brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Nothing tastes as good in a blue can as Pepsi, or a black can is the Pepsi Zero, silver can, Diet Pepsi. 32-0, Eric. The Patriots leading with 6:57 left here in quarter number 3.
Yeah, and it's been workmanlike fashion here by the Independence Patriots as they've approaching probably 250 yards on the ground.
Well, 200 by Linksweiler, by himself. And like I said, it is really coming down now. I mean, I know I keep saying I don't think it can rain any harder, but I think it is.
Yeah, and I think you're right. That's just like you saying it's the last play of the quarter.
Yeah. It is really coming down. And like I said, if you're up 32-0, it's much funner to play in the rain when you have the lead. Here comes the kickoff, and they will kick this. And I'm not so sure. I think they try to kick it deep. They kick it on the far side of the 25. Nice return for Nicholas County up across the 35, and they'll start at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, but see, I like that kicking it deep. They did get it over the 35, but you made Nicholas County return it and, pay the price a little bit on the return.
So I think at this juncture, if you're Nicholas County, you just forget the score. You try to put a couple of first downs together back-to-back and go from there. And speaking of scores, I think you might have some.
Yeah, and we're looking at this AAA ranks, Marison, the big heavyweight battle in Huntington. Cabell Midlands up 21-7 at halftime.
Over Huntington, that surprised me a little bit. Here's a running play, goes for about a yard. That's about it.
Okay, let me give you a couple other scores in the AAA ranks. Martinsburg hosting number 5 Spring Mills, and Martinsburg's out to a 16-6 halftime lead. Parkersburg South 43, Greenbrier East nothing at the half, and Oak Hill still hanging on to a 14-0 lead over Bluefield.
And of course, we'll have Oak Hill and Beckley at Van Meter Stadium in Beckley next week. And that'll be a big game. That'll have a lot of playoff implications in that, as there's a running play that will lose maybe a yard or no gain to the line of scrimmage.
That was D. Hypes, who, like you said, his 3rd number change of the year, and 60's the number tonight because he's been in the backfield all night for this Independence defense.
So a rainy night here in Summersville, as it is probably, if you're in the state of West Virginia, probably wherever you're at in West Virginia, it's a rainy Friday night.
And I think Eddie Rabbit touring the stage, singing his song.
Love a rainy night. We appreciate everybody watching here on Video Productions. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. Andrew Bolin doing a great job producing and directing. Jackie Moon, feel for him. He's out in the rain on the camera. There's a flag. And they may have let the play clock might have expired.
No, it was a false start.
Yep. So that'll cost them 5 either way, and that'll make it 3rd and 15. And also, I can't forget the stat man, Mr. Chris Farish. You know, I think his finger's made of lead. I don't think he really uses a pencil, Eric. I think he just writes with his finger.
Hey, he told me he was so good he didn't even need an eraser.
Yeah, that's how good he is. He told me he's going to make sure that I drive between the lines on the way home tonight, between the rain and the fog.
Hey, he did say, since I'm splitting up from you guys later, he said, hey, Eric, what's the words of wisdom for going home?
Yeah, maybe say a few Hail Marys. Maybe this holy water, this rain. Here's a big hit, a big sack back inside the 25.
And the ball came out.
The ball came out, and Independence is on it.
Yes.
That was a big-time hit.
That was great coverage downfield. If we can get maybe get this on replay, because this was a wave of Independence defenders just coming at the Nicholas County quarterback, Helms, and he just had no chance as the first one misses. Hey, but if I miss you, the rest of the gang's still here.
So on the fumble, the Patriots will take over at the Grizzly. Let's see where they're going to put it down, 31 maybe. And they're going to say maybe that Nicholas County recovered the fumble where he was down, because it's going to be 4th down.
Okay.
So it's not going to be a turnover, and it's going to be 4th down and a punt time for the Grizzlies.
So let's see if Independence send someone deep this time, or they're just going to let them kick it and play wherever the ball rests. Well, it looks like they're in punt return this time, Maris. Look like they're a little deeper.
5:25 and counting left here in the 3rd quarter. It's a 4th down and punt for the Grizzlies.
Now, I will tell you this, having done it, this is the hardest thing to do in the rain is
look up in the lights and catch a punt. Yeah. Here comes the kick, and it's a good one. And Independence will just let it hit. Because really, with the success, Eric, that Independence has had, no need of trying to take a chance on flipping things over to the offense. And offense has had a full tank of gas all night tonight.
Yeah, they've had that. They've had their foot to the gas pedal from the opening drive and never really looked back right in this contest.
So the Patriots will take over on their own 38-yard line for this possession, 1st and 10. They lead in the ball game, 32-0. And it'll be Silas Nelson once again working from the shotgun. We're at the 5:09 mark of quarter number 3. Independence has shut out their previous 2 opponents, as here's a deep ball being thrown by Nelson going down to one-on-one coverage, and it's intercepted. Nope, it was dropped. It looked like it was going to be picked for a minute. The ball was a little underthrown. Good coverage by Nicholas County.
Well, Trey Bowers went into his old defensive back bag and was able to get his hand in there and knock it out of the Nicholas County defender's hands.
But, we talk about the offense, but, Eric, you always touch about Independence's defense. They shut out Westside. They shut out Man. That's 8 quarters. And then 2 more quarters tonight, 10. They're working on their 11th quarter of pitching shutout football.
And you know what travels, Maris?
Defense.
Defense travels.
2nd and 10 for the Patriots. It'll be a carry. That is Bradford. And he takes a big hit.
Big hit.
Right at the 44-yard line.
And this is Bradford, and it's good to see this young man, get into the game. And it's tough when you're in the Independence running back room, when you go from Atticus Goodson to Judah Price, from Judah Price to Linksweiler, and Bradford comes in the fray. I mean, that's stable running back.
Well, Bradford entered the game 48 carries, 549 yards, and 6 touchdowns.
I mean, that's a good average.
And that's
right
his first carry. It's his 49th carry on the season. Here's a 3rd down play. Here's a running play. That'll get a 1st down and more. Inside the 40, down the near sideline. And his Bowers, they'll run him out of bounds about the 15-yard line here on the near side. And a big play for the Patriots.
Yeah, Trey Bowers. Finally, I told you they kept running that play. And once they give it to him, he's off to the races. As if we can get this on the instant replay here. Good job by Andrew. And look, I mean, that was just –
well, they're going to bring it back, it looks like.
Maybe Trey Bowers saw that because it looked like he was slowing up.
I didn't see the flag there until after they start walking back. The flag's at midfield. So let's see. There's going to be a holding.
It's the offense, number 57, 10-yard penalty, 3rd down.
So that will negate a huge run.
Well, they're spreading the holding calls out on the line, too, because that's 3 different holds by 3 different players.
They'll take the penalty, and let's see where they'll put the ball back as they walk the penalty yardage off, waiting for the referee to put the ball down.
It comes from wherever the line of scrimmage was.
Well, or from maybe the spot of the foul. right? Because the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Spotted a foul now. It used to be the line of scrimmage.
Because it's back to the line of scrimmage at the 45.
So where it happened downfield.
Yeah. So we'll replay third down. And actually, it should have been the 44. They gained a yard because of the penalty. Because it didn't go right back to the line of scrimmage. Went to the 45. Here's Bradford, and he's going to come up I think he's going to be shy, about a half a yard. I'd say they'd go for it here on fourth down. As he'll see that they're going to be about a half a yard short of the first down as they put the ball down just shy of the 48. So they're going to need, going to need about a half a yard, and obviously they'll go for it on fourth down on their own 48, 3.5 remaining third quarter, and up 32-0. They'll work from the shotgun, and Bradford will get the carry. He'll get the first down. He'll break a tackle, and he's on the move inside the 40, and he gets all the way down inside the 30 of Nicholas County, all the way down to the 27-yard line. A good run by Connor Bradford.
And Bradford does a good job of keeping those legs going. I thought he might break that for an even bigger gain as Nicholas County corralled him, just as I thought he was going to break free for the touchdown.
So that's a 21-yard run. And a new set of downs for Independence as the clock continues to move, coming up on the 3-minute mark at the 27 of the Grizzlies. Here's a running play. Now maybe try a pass is Bowers. And Bowers shaking and baking and nothing there. And Nicholas County does a good job defending that. And that might lose a yard back to the 28. So it'll bring up second down. Actually, I guess they had put Bradford down at actually they'll give him a gain. Bradford was down at the originally 27. This goes inside the 25. I beg your pardon.
That was
23.
That last play to Bowers, that was a pass, correct?
The running play to Bradford, and then that play was a run. So here's Nelson with it. He's up inside. He's got a good gain. He's got a first down. I just misidentified the wrong yard line on that play. And that will move the sticks this time, and I got this right down to the 13 of Nicholas County. So a new package of downs from the 13 of the Grizzlies. In a pouring rain here at Summersville tonight, coming up on the 2-minute mark of the third quarter. And Independence has really won the battle up front, and they have been very dominant in this game. From the 13 on first down. And it'll be Bradford with the carry. And he'll get down to maybe the 10-yard line, maybe the 9.
I think right now this is getting to be the area or point in the ball game, where if Independence punches this in, you're going to have a running fourth quarter clock.
Yeah, and then you have a lot of new players probably inserted to the lineup.
Yes, definitely. Going to need the old roster right here.
Yeah, because it has not really let up. The rain has been steady pretty much all evening. As this is a keeper, Nelson gets to the edge, breaks a tackle, and gets into the end zone for an Independence touchdown. So Nelson into the end zone. That's an 8-play, 62-yard drive. And Nelson finishes off the drive from 9 yards out to extend the lead now to 38-0 with the PAT on its way.
And then the only thing that hasn't gone right for this Independence offense is a couple of missed opportunities on the PATs as they had a 2-point conversion stopped, and I think they've, missed two?
They missed a couple of kicks,
kicks, yes.
1:27 remaining here in the third quarter as here comes the PAT from placement. It's on its way. This one is good. So your new score with 1:27 left in the third quarter is Independence 39, Nicholas County nothing. We'll be right back after this quick break on Video Productions.
Game is sponsored by Brian Helton. Brian is running to represent you in the state senate. Brian is the conservative choice for Raleigh, Wyoming, and Fayette counties. He is pro-life and supports our Second Amendment rights. Brian Helton will work hard to make it happen. Paid for by Helton for West Virginia. Kayla Kessinger, treasurer.
Another outstanding touchdown drive by the Independence Patriots. This time the drive covers 62 yards in 8 plays. And it is Silas Nelson, the final 9. Eric, the PAT good. 39-0 is the score. Your scoring recap brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Boy, I sure could use a nice cold Pepsi right about now.
Yeah, I had one as we had our pregame dinner.
You did?
At Applebee's. Had me a nice tall Pepsi, and I'm definitely going to get me a nice blue can of Pepsi as soon as this game
is
concludes.
over. I know I am. That's for sure. If Chris wants Pepsi, I'm sure he does. He's going to get Pepsi whether he wants it or not, but he wants it. He's telling me, yes, he wants a Pepsi. All right, Independence set to kick it off, and I think you're right, Eric. We're going to need the roster for both teams with 127 left in the third. It's 39-0, and you are correct. When one team leads the other going into the fourth quarter by 35 or more, they have a running clock. As here's the kickoff. It's muffed there by Nicholas County, and they'll start this drive just over the 30-yard line.
Yeah, and great special teams coverage tonight by Independence. Coming in on that tackle right there is going to be my man Caden Bradbury, and he's a 10th grader, and he's that's why I love kicking it deep, man. You give some of these younger players a chance to go out and, on special teams and get into the action.
That's right. You may not line up offense, you may not play defense, but you can get on the field by playing and make an impact. Kickoff team, kick return team, punt team, all of that. So here's a first down for the Grizzlies on their own 31. They'll throw the ball. It is dropped, and that time it should have been caught. As they have that's a shorthand receiver that's not able to haul that one in.
And I think that was Kesterson maybe.
Yeah, it was, and he normally, like you said,
the leading receiver coming in.
He had 16 catches, 11 that went for touchdowns, but that one he's not able to bring in. They can't make the connection, so it'll be 2nd and 10. The clock will stop on the incompletion. Ball at their own 31 with 1:20 remaining third quarter. We'll try to catch up on some more scores. It was week number 9. Next week, our video production crew will be at Van Meter Stadium in Beckley. And Oak Hill, I think the last report you said, Eric, they were up 14-0 on Bluefield. And should that score hold up, that would probably eliminate Bluefield from AA from the playoffs.
And I'm refreshing the scoring right now.
There's a run by the quarterback that time, and that is Helms, and just not a whole lot there. He got 4, maybe 5, as he gets the ball across the 35 out to the 37-yard line.
And you're right, Independence is starting to mix in a few different players.
Different jerseys. Coming up on 50 seconds left here in the third, but Eric will try to refresh the scoreboard.
Okay, the new refresh scoreboard is Oak Hill hosting Bluefield, as you stated, and then in the third quarter, it's Oak Hill 20, Bluefield nothing. Spring Valley, barn burner at George Washington. Spring Valley up 3-0 in the third.
Here's a third down pass. They got a man open on the wheel route. Do they? Oh, it's almost intercepted. And had that have been picked, that would have been a touchdown in the other direction for Independence.
Yeah, and that was probably the 5th drop. Oh, and that's Christian Linksweiler, who made a heck of a catch last week, as I saw in the highlights for a touchdown in the Independence contest against Man last week. And he would love to have that one back because the closest guy tackling him was out on the main road.
Yeah. He was out there drinking a Pepsi going down the road
exactly
out on 19. Fourth down, instead of going for it, they're going to punt. Here's the snap. The punter's been busy tonight for Nicholas County. And there's a fair catch, and it's fumbled. And Independence, do they get on it? They do with 21 seconds left, but so the Patriots will take over. There's another 3 and out by Nicholas County. But Eric, we talked about next week we'll be in the Van Meter Stadium in Beckley. What a big game that'll be, because it looks like if Oak Hill does hang on and win that game, they're going to move up, and Oak Hill's probably going to be in the playoffs. They're just going to be playing for a higher seed, game.
Yeah.
And Beckley's going to be playing just for survival because Beckley's got 2 games remaining with Oak Hill next week and George Washington.
And add that into Oak Hill just being right up the road, and that's a
big rivalry.
A rivalry game for both teams, and that's been circled on both of their schedules at the beginning of the year.
From the 20-yard line is where Independence will start this possession. And let's see if they start they still have Nelson in there. He's going to throw the ball in the flat. They make the connection, cross the 30 for a first down. On the far side, ran out of bounds in front of the Independence bench. And that's a big gainer as Bowers hauls it in across the 40, out to the 42, maybe the 43-yard line.
So let me give you some quick scores in this double-A ranks. As Roane County went on the road to Mingo Central in the battle of top 10 schools. And the number 1 Roane County team is handling Mingo Central 25-0 in the third quarter.
Fourth win if Roane looks like they'll hang on and win that game. Roane is very good.
That's a statement win.
That is a statement.
That is a statement win right there.
12 seconds left here in the third. Out to the 43-yard line is Independence with the first down, and it'll be Bradford. He's got a first down and more as he gets down to the 41 of Nicholas County, and that should be the final play of quarter number 3. I feel safe in saying that, Eric.
You've been on that tonight.
Well, 6 seconds left. And once the chain gang, if they'd hustled, the quarter would already be over. And I'd be right.
That's moving like that old Mullins crew chain gang.
Yeah. And there is the horn to end the third quarter. All right, at the end of 3, it is 39-0 Independence. We'll be back after this break here on Video Productions.
National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Hi, I'm Leanna Burnett, owner of Window World of Beckley. At Window World, we are proud to deliver exterior solutions that are beautiful, affordable, and guaranteed for life. We do things the right way. Honest pricing, no gimmicks, and thousands of satisfied customers. Call Window World of Beckley today at 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW and have your new windows, siding, and doors before winter. Window World of Beckley, family owned,
nationally known.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
And we're back here for the fourth quarter here in Summersville. Maris Lowry, Eric Thomas, Andrew Bolin doing a great job producing and directing. And really got to take my hat off to Jackie Moon, the cameraman. He's been out in this weather all night as it's been pouring the rain and looked like maybe a faucet. Maybe it doesn't look like it's raining nearly as hard now. Nowhere near. Well, it's not raining nowhere near as hard now as it was. Is Chris Farish with us as well? Start the fourth quarter. Independence has a first down at the Nicholas 40-yard line. And it's going to be a sweep to Bowers. He cuts it up inside. He's got a first down as he gets inside the 30 down to the Grizzly 29.
Yeah, and now the offense is really starting to utilize Trey Bowers as he, for most of the first 3 quarters, has been, or first 2 quarters, he's been more of a decoy and in the offensive scheme, and it's good to see him getting some touches here late.
We should have a running fourth quarter clock, 11.5 and counting. 1st and 10 for Independence at the 29 of the Grizzlies. And it'll be Connor Bradford with the carry this time. He runs over a couple guys, and he's not done yet. Moving the pile down inside the 15. Looks to be about the 12-yard line. Good hard run by Bradford.
Well, that was a bruising run as he got up into the second and then the third level of the Nicholas County defense, and he is making those tacklers pay the price.
Yeah, good hard 17-yard run. And a new package down for the Patriots at the 12. 39-0 the lead for Independence and trying to add more. And now the rain has kind of slacked up a bit. And here's Nelson as he dives inside the 10 to about the 8. So it'll be 6 for a first down and 8 for the touchdown.
Let's see what they dial up here. Independence, look for him to try to get Bradford into the end zone. He's been running the ball hard here in this second half. Try to get him into the end zone.
He's got 6 rushing touchdowns on the year. Coming up on the 10-minute mark of the ball game, and they do hand the ball to Bradford, and he's trying to get to that goal line, trying to get his 7th rushing touchdown. He won't get the touchdown, but I think he's going to get the first down, and he will. And that'll move the chains and put the ball right at the 1-yard line. So I'm with you, Eric. You figure that he's had some tough yards, and let's see if they will reward Bradford with the carry. Here on 1st and goal from the 1, they give it to Bradford, and he's into the end zone for an Independence touchdown, and that's Bradford's 7th rushing touchdown, and that extends the lead for Independence now out to 40, 5-0, 9.5 left, and for whatever reason the clock isn't stopped, but the clock should continue to run as we go for the PAT. And waiting on the extra point. and it's up, and it's good. So with 9:35 left in the game, your new score is Independence 46, Nicholas County nothing. We'll be right back after this break on Video Productions.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
The latest touchdown drive for Independence, a 9-play, 80-yard run. Bradford with a 1-yard touchdown run, the PAT good. 46-0 is your new score. Your scoring recap brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Boy, and I tell you, I really could use a Pepsi because you know how I've been yakking, and I've been yakking so much even before we came on the air. I definitely need a nice cold Pepsi.
Cool those vocal cords down.
Yes.
Get you that burn.
Well, we're ready for the kickoff, and you know, Eric, kind of sense coming up here that the way Independence kind of got their mojo back, that I thought that they would play well, but I'm really surprised because this is a very good Nicholas County team, and Nicholas County, they just shut them down. They've had no offense of which to speak of.
Yeah, no offense, and that defense from Independence has really been as advertised the last few games. Mayor says they've pitched, a couple shutouts and just really been playing, getting in mid-season form or postseason form.
Now the clock is running, and I was informed during the break that the clock does not run on the extra point. And here comes the kickoff, and Independence kicks it off, and there's a nice return from Nicholas.
Fumble.
The ball is fumbled, and I think Independence got it. The ball popped out, and let's see who has recovered. Haven't seen the official give the indication. Now they do. Independence does have it at the 35-yard line as the clock, we're at 8:39. So it's just been a tough night all the way around for Nicholas County.
Wow. The Cuthbert who kicked it off is the kid that recovered.
Yeah, you don't see that too much.
You don't see that
the one
too
that kicks
often.
it off is the one that recovers
that
it.
means he's getting down and getting in the mix on the kick coverage.
But, Eric, I think you're going to need your roster because I think we're going to have wholesale changes on this possession as the Patriots will take over at the Grizzly 35-yard line.
We have it right here, this nice
we
roster.
Appreciate Indoor Air for providing that right there. Mr. Jeff Varney providing that roster for us. And he's also a proud sponsor of the games we do. You're a man and dealer, Mr. Jeff Varney, the guy there at Indoor Air. We really appreciate that. Now there's a timeout by Independence, and I think the reason being, Eric, is trying to get new players into the game to see who's going to be where. But while we got a minute, let's see if you got some more scores because we ought to be getting close to the end of some of the games that kicked off at 7 o'clock, just like this one did.
Okay, the big one in Huntington is Cabell Midland on the road at Huntington. And Cabell Midland's added to the lead as they're up 24-7. And I have someone watching that game because they're doing that on Video Productions as well. And there's a little caveat about this game. The leading rusher for Cabell Midland was at Huntington. So this is kind of one of those games where I guess he was playing behind a few players.
Decided to go play somewhere else.
Yes, and just intriguing. And Martinsburg has opened it up on Spring Mills now. They're up 23-6. And another battle of ranked teams. Number 16 Musselman's at number 7 Jefferson, and Jefferson's up 26-7 in the third.
All right, well, now let's see if Independence made some changes. While we got a minute, I want to give a shout-out to Mr. Rick Lewis, one of our sponsors. We appreciate that, from Beckley Auto Mall. Dutch Miller, there's Bradford with a big carry. He's got a first down and more as they continue to move the pile all the way inside the 15, and they'll put him down at the 14 of Nicholas County. We watched the replay right here. Just, once again, a big power run. And, Eric, when we get the final numbers, Independence and ground game, I'm sure they've rushed for over 300 yards tonight.
Yeah, easy.
Easy.
So Bradford.
Yeah, Bradford's over 100. Linksweiler's over 200. They're going to be closing in on maybe 400.
And Nelson's close to, I was going to say close to 100.
So, like I said, they're going to be closing in on maybe 400 yards rushing tonight.
Back in our day, remember the old Nebraska Cornhusker numbers in Oklahoma. Sooners.
They didn't know the forward pass was legal, so they ran all the time, and they ran it well, and Independence has done that tonight. Bradford with his carry as he spins down to the 5, very close to another Independence first down.
And this Independence offensive line is, if we don't give players of the game awards, but it would have to be, I know I'm going to use a line from a wise guy, a wise man. This is my father-in-law. He always told me anybody can carry a football because it ain't heavy. It's the guys doing the work up front that really matter, and I agree with that.
Well, to some degree, tell him tonight it's a little heavier because it's probably waterlogged tonight. So when I see your father-in-law over the next couple of days, I'll have to be sure to tell him that.
Yeah,
and if he's listening,
you
Joe,
check in on him.
Joe, I'm checking in on you. That's a shout-out to you. Independence going to have to hurry up and snap it. 1 on the play clock. I don't think they're going to get the play off, and they don't. And that'll be a delay of game. The clock will continue to run. We're under 6 minutes left in this one. And this game was, Eric, I really felt that if it wasn't decided at halftime, I think the first series when Nicholas County went 3 and out, it was decided then.
Yeah, and you and I both agreed that they probably needed to get something going, that being Nicholas County on that first drive. And it's just been an uphill battle, since the first quarter with those 3 and outs. Consecutively, and Independence able to punch it in to take an early 2-touchdown lead.
Penalty will take the ball back to the 10-yard line. Bradford now will carry the ball back to the 5 where it came from. And it'll be a 3rd down coming up. So Independence has one more game remaining. They have Wyoming East at home at Coal City next week, and you would project that Independence would handle their business and win that game and finish 6-3. Then they'll just have to wait the final week and, hope the moon and the stars and Saturn and Venus is all in a line that they're able to punch their ticket into the playoffs.
Yeah, I'd like to see both of these teams, get in.
Bradford with a carry.
Bradford's turned away right there. That was a good, strong tackle by the Nicholas County defense there.
So it'll be a first down on the play. And the ball down to the 2. Of course, coming into this game tonight, Independence was 16. That doesn't mean that even if they win here, they can move out, that somebody could pass them up and still knock them out in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's true. But that's why I've been watching most of the scores on teams 14, 15. That's where you need to watch. In that area.
The thing is, I think you just keep winning and cross your fingers, because honestly, for me, somebody a heck of a lot smarter than me is going to have to figure all that out. I don't know what all that point stuff is, as there's a timeout. People ask me about it all the time, and I said, the best way to know if you're in the playoffs, win like about 7 or 8 games, and then you don't have to worry about it. I know that's easier said than done, but that's the case. So we got a timeout. While we got a timeout, we want to have a couple live reads here. We want to thank the fine people that make this possible. Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. They're having a Halloween costume bowling party next Saturday, and you can reserve your lane at Leisure Lanes at 304-253-7328. Also, Edward Jones Financial Advisors, the fine folks at Edward Jones. You can call Heather Cantley to plan your retirement at 304-254-9995, or Wayne Rhodes at 304-253-7335. Also want to thank the fine folks at Indoor Air. Indoor Air is a proud sponsor of Raleigh County Sports. For all your heating and cooling needs, you can dial them up 304-890-2212. And also want to thank the fine folks from Beckley Auto Mall, Dutch Miller, for their sponsorship in our coverage. There's a play right up the gut that goes nowhere, and it'll be a 2nd down play as the clock is continuing to turn. We're under 4 minutes for the game, 3:50 and counting. It'll be 2nd goal, and now the rain continues. It stopped there for a minute. Now it's kind of raining sideways. So here comes the 6th play of this drive, which started at the 35-yard line of Nicholas County after a fumbled kickoff, I beg your pardon. 3:25 and counting, and 7 on the play clock, and Independence going to have to hurry or they're going to get it for delay of game. I don't know if they're going to get the playoff in time.
I don't think they are.
They are not. There's a penalty. That's the 2nd time, and that they will not get the playoff.
Nicholas County kind of unloaded on the center.
On the center. And, Eric, that might be a strategy since the clock is moving.
Yeah.
And the clock continues to run. Just there's no need to score. I mean, they got the game in control, so they may have just done that on purpose.
Yeah, they might do this and then just nil it out.
Yeah. I think that's what they may do. But this looks like, Eric, will be the third straight game that Independence's defense is going to pitch a shutout. They shut out Westside a couple weeks ago, last week, and that looks like what they're going to do, Eric. I don't know if they – there's some movement.
False start.
Yep, got to call it. I don't think they were going to run a play, and that'll cost them 5 more.
I think that's what they're doing.
Really, Eric, you're looking at second down. If they were just to take 3 straight knees with the clock running, they could run the clock out.
Yeah,
they could nail it out. Because we're coming up on 2 minutes now, and they haven't snapped the ball. But coming up here, we'll have the Pioneer Community Game post-game show. It'll be a quick one. We'll wrap this up quick. Make our way down 19 back to Beckley as there's a running play. Eric, I know you're making your way to Morgantown tomorrow. I'm not sure what the forecast is. Hopefully you're not sitting out in the rain watching the Mountaineers and Oklahoma State tomorrow.
Hey, but as long as I'm out there watching a good football game, I'll sit in the rain.
This is going to be a tough game, but I really think the home crowd, I think West Virginia will find a way to pull it out tomorrow.
It just needs some home juice, and the way they lost the last game, I'm just anxious to see if they can rebound. You don't want that loss to
linger over.
To linger
Houston hangover.
That's right, and that's what I'm anxious to see.
So Independence, now 9 on the play clock. They'll run the ball. They fumble it. They get on it. We're coming up on a minute.
And I think that's the last play.
Well,
right
there might be – with a minute, it's 4th down. They'll have a change of possessions after this play.
Yeah, I mean, for Independence, I think they'll probably just –
They can run it all the way down to 20 seconds and take a knee, and then for all intents and purposes, the game is over. And Independence is going to pitch their 3rd straight shutout. They're up 46-0 as the clock running the final 40 seconds.
And I think this has been a pretty classy move.
It has been. But I was really shocked, Eric. I know Independence has been good. I was shocked, though, that they handled Nicholas County in the manner in which they did. And they will run the ball, trying to get to the edge, and that won't happen. And now we'll have a change of possession.
And that was Lucas Waddell right there. And he is a promising little running back, a sophomore. As we saw him in the Liberty game, he scored a touchdown. And I think that was pretty classy of Independence, not really trying to punch it in.
And that should be it, as they'll run off the final 20 seconds of the ball game. And Independence will have pitched their 3rd straight shutout. They shut out Westside a couple weeks ago. They shut out Man last week, and they come to Summersville and they shut out Nicholas County. And the final score is Independence 46, Nicholas County nothing. We'll take a 2-minute 4th quarter break. And at the end of the 2-minute 4th quarter break, then we will have the Pioneer Community Bank post-game show. Final score, Independence beats Nicholas County 46-0 here on Video Productions.
General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, with 2 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley and 8762 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes. A winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
And we welcome you back to Summersville here at Nicholas County High School. Eric Thomas and Maris Lowry having a little bit of fun. And Jackie Moon, we appreciate his hard work for being out in the rain as he was the cameraman tonight. And, of course, we're in here at the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show. Final score 46-0. And really, Eric, Independence really took control of this game. But as good as their offense was and efficient as it was really the defense, because this is a really good Nicholas County team. And we saw that with the numbers that some of their key guys had. And when you give the stats a little later, that will reflect how dominant Independence was in this game, because Nicholas County just couldn't get anything going offensively.
Yeah, and the stats coming in, Nicholas County, had multiple guys rushing for over 400 yards. They had a good receiver. Quarterback was real efficient, and all that was shut down by this great Independence defense tonight.
Yeah, Nicholas County only crossed midfield one time tonight, Eric. They got the ball as deep as the Independence 40, and they end up having to punt. But they were behind the chains pretty much all night. And then, Independence, they were very efficient pretty much throughout the game, especially in that first half, as they scored their 4 out of their first 5 possessions. They led 26-0 at the break. They scored 20 more in the second half. They win the game 46-0.
Yeah, and Independence, and we talked about this. I don't know where they lay or if they get in, where they'll be. But this will be a tough dancing partner if they get into the show, and that's all they can do. They've controlled what they can control. Later in the season, they've handled business.
Well, we're going to head and take our first Pioneer Community Bank postgame show. When we come back, Eric will give you the numbers, and we'll wrap this up quick, as it's a 46-0 win for Independence. They've now shut out their last 3 opponents. Independence is now 5-3. Nicholas County falls to 4-4. We'll be right back on the other side of this break here on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Access Health is your medical home, committed to providing comprehensive health care to ensure the health and well-being of you and your family. Offering a variety of primary care services, Access Health specializes in women's health, pediatrics, family practice, adult medicine, and behavioral health. Our staff offers quality personal care with exceptional service and innovative technology to keep you and your family well. Access Health, we're your medical home.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Are here at Friendship Kia of Beckley. We have the playbook to help you score the big win on your new Kia purchase. We make sure you get the best price with almost all of our new cars priced at invoice. And don't forget, we have one of the largest selections of inventory to help find you that perfect ride. We have a roster full of non-commissioned sales staff and an any reason 7-day exchange program. So get off the bench and get a new Kia from your friends at Friendship Kia of Beckley.
We're dealing!
And we welcome you back to the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show as Independence defeats Nicholas County 46-0. And Eric, I'm sure the numbers you're about to give will bear all that out.
Yeah, Mayor, it's just a dominant performance by this Independence team as a whole, but definitely defenses stood out tonight. They held Nicholas County to 33 total yards of offense. Man, I mean, that's amazing. Just 18 yards passing, 15 yards rushing.
And, and what's even makes it more amazing, that Independence came in, their top two backs together had rushed for over 1,000 yards combined, and now they get shut down completely here tonight.
An amazing defensive effort. And on the flip side, offense was very, very efficient. 544 total yards of offense, 445 on the ground. Tyler Linksweiler led the way, 27 carries, 223 on the ground, 4 touchdowns. Bradford came in, 14 totes, 121 yards, 1 score. Silas Nelson, 12 carries, 76 yards, and a score. And Nelson was 6 of 8 for 99 yards and a touchdown. In receiving, Rashawn Sims led the way. He had 1 catch, 47 yards, and a score. And Trey Bowers in the second half had 5 catches for 52 yards.
So Independence was well-rounded offensively, and their defense, it really set the tone, and they win the ball game big. Eric, I know you got to get out here. You're going to Morgantown tonight. You're going to be at the Mountaineer game. So your final take on this big win for the Patriots here tonight.
They came and handled business, and, they took care – the Patriots took care of what they need to take care of themselves. And, wherever the chips fall, I know this team's going to be a dangerous – playoff opponent if they can get in.
Yeah, they're 5-3. They've got only 9 games, so their last game of the regular season is next week at Coal City against Wyoming East, and Wyoming East obviously not having the kind of year that they had hoped. You would think that Independence would win that game easily, and then they just got to sit and wait the final week, November 3rd, to see what happens, to see if their ticket is punched in the top 16.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's a waiting game, but it's one of those things where if I think they slide in and they're going to cause some trouble for someone in the first round. And another thought before I go, this was a playoff game for us, and I'm looking forward to our next broadcast, which you will touch on. But the Oak Hill Beckley game next week, I think, is going to be a dandy.
Yeah, because the last score, but one last thing before I let you go, Oak Hill, see if you got a final. They were up, I think you said 21-0. They were beating Bluefield at home.
20-0. Let me see if this is refreshed.
And Beckley was off tonight, coming off their loss against Princeton a week ago, which we did. So we'll be at Van Meter Stadium next week, and I'll tell you about it in our final break. But before we let Eric go, see if he's got a final.
Still 20-0, and they still listed in the fourth quarter. So
you would think that Oak Hill would hang on and win that
one. Yes.
Well, Eric, be safe going to Morgantown, and I know you will be, and hopefully it won't rain too hard tomorrow afternoon. You'll be out there in it, and the Mountaineers taking on Oklahoma State.
Yeah, let me go up there and coach them to a victory from the stands.
All right, good job once again. That's my partner Eric Thomas. We'll let him get out of here. We're going to go ahead and take our final post-game break on the Pioneer Community Bank post-game show. We'll come back and put a bow on this and wrap it up. You're watching live streaming coverage of high school football here on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
When you're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
And we welcome you back one final time here at Summersville in the Pioneer Community Bank post-game show. Independence defeats Nicholas County 46-0. Independence, their 3rd straight shutout, beating Westside, Man, and then Nicholas County here tonight. They go to 5-3. Nicholas County will now go to 4-4. Well, next week's game will be at Van Meter Stadium in Beckley, which we think will be a great game. It'll have playoff implications. It'll be the Flying Eagles of Beckley taking on Oak Hill, a big rivalry. Oak Hill was up 20-0 late in the 4th quarter at home against Bluefield. Beckley was off tonight, so that should have, it definitely will have a lot of playoff implications. We appreciate all the fine folks here at Nicholas County. Kathy Tyree, the athletic director, for helping us out in the preparation and our broadcast tonight, and for our video productions crew, of course, of all, for Jackie Moon. Got to give Jackie a really extra, high five out in the rain, and he carried the, he drove the bus tonight, so appreciate that with Jackie. Without him, that's not possible, and he had the most difficult job being out there because it rained really heavy tonight, so appreciate Jackie Moon. Also, Andrew Boland coming back for us tonight as he was our producer and director. Chris Farish on stats. And for my partner, Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry, repeating the final score. Independence defeats Nicholas County 46-0. Good night, everybody.